hello everybody. Right, listen, before you all start jumping at me in the comments, right? The plan was to do Portugal Denmark because the winner or loser of that, I think, is in Scotland's World Cup qualifying group.
Yep.
But then Alex made the sensible point up. Well, why aren't we doing Belgium versus Ukraine, Nico Raskin, etc., etc.? So that's what we're going to do. Alex is going to take over for 2 seconds while I get a couple of things sorted, and he's going to have a wee chat with you. He's going to bring up the starting lineups. He's going to read them all out for you. So, Alex, for about 2 minutes and 45 seconds, my friend.
That's fine. I will take it away. What a change. Only because I decided that, Nico Raskin's starting, so why don't we actually support the Rangers player that's playing? So the starting lineup for Belgium is Sells and goal, Munayer, Faiz, De Bast and Castagne, Vanaken, Raskin, De Bruyne, Trossard, Lukaku and Doku. And your starting lineup for Ukraine is Lunin, Matvienko, Sabatov, Zabanye, Mikolenko, I'm not even going to pronounce the number 6, apologies for that one, Yarmolenko, Zinchenko, Hutsaik, Sudakov and Vanet. But we thought, if Nico Raskin's actually playing, why don't we go and watch this game? Massive game for Belgium, obviously being 3-1 down after the away leg. So they're going to have to put in a performance here, but it's great to see Nico actually get a start. In that midfield three, obviously a lot of experience there, so he's going to have to be running his socks off today, but massive game for Belgium. Yes, the Denmark game should have probably been a bit of a better game to pick because it's going to have the connotation for Scotland, but after the poor result that we watched them get beat 3-0 for Greece, we're just going to stick with the Belgium game and hope that we actually see a good performance here. Listen, I'm not even trying some of these names. They're just getting like the commentators can do it throughout the game, because if you go look at some of those names, I can't even pronounce half the Rangers team properly. Never mind Ukraine's players, so we're not even gone there. Number 6 for Ukraine, I don't even know. I'm not even pronouncing that. You can go look and figure that one out. I'm not even going to go for it. Dado Posso, I need some help. Martin's obviously, he'll help when he comes back because he is the master at pronunciations, so he can help us when he comes back and get that. But it's a massive game. Obviously, they're 3-1 down. The biggest shot for me, and I don't know why, is Sells of Nottingham Forest is starting instead of the much more experienced Thibaut Courtois of Real Madrid. So it's a bit of a weird one, but there's obviously some very, very strong players on that Belgian bench that's going to come on and help out. Yeah, no, I mean, Paul, that's a great point. He's obviously thinking Raskin can do a job in that midfield. He only got on for, I think it was about 15 minutes in the last game. So the fact that he's getting a start in this game is going to be massive for him. You just hope that he does enough to get himself going. But listen, Belgium have got a massive task on their hand, but they've got the quality. You look at the front three, they've also got Trossard of Arsenal, Doku of Man City, and Lukaku of Napoli, I want to say. So they've got the quality there. They've obviously got the experience of Kevin De Bruyne as well. It's going to be a massive game for them, but Ukraine are going to be right up for this, being the leading in the first leg, 3-1 away at home. But hopefully we see similar results. Here he is, he's back. Martin, go pronounce the number for Ukraine.
No.
It's just not happening.
I'm actually worse at pronunciation than what Alex is. So, absolutely I won't. But what I will say, Alex, is what an absolutely fantastic achievement it is for our little midfield maestro to get a start tonight.
100%. It's such a, with the fact that there's so many good Belgian midfielders, it just shows that they've got a bit of an eye on Nico Raskin, what he's been doing in the league, and just getting him in the starting lineup for his country. Obviously, only got his first cap midweek, and now he's getting his first start. It just shows that he's obviously a highly sought after player for Belgium, and he's going to do a good job tonight because he's in that midfield three rather than having to be defensive. But he's going to have his hands tied with the fact that they're playing a 3-4-3, so they're going to be coming at Belgium for a lot of the game, Ukraine. So we'll wait to see how they actually get on. Hopefully he doesn't get took off early on and he can actually play the full 90, because it'd be good to see. He needs the minutes for Dundee at the weekend.
Let's talk about it then, because obviously we're here. and there might be a few people tuning in who maybe didn't get to watch the Scotland game, just while we're waiting on this game kicking off. And the good thing is, we're all on YouTube for this game, I would imagine, so we're all at the exact same time, which will be great. Nobody's behind or ahead or whatever. Shocking performance, Alex, for Scotland. One of the worst I've seen at home for quite a while.
It was just such a timid performance, in all honesty, Martin. For a good portion of that second half, Scotland had 3 strikers on that park and still mustered up nothing. They always had Conway, Wilson, and Hurst, and didn't do anything. For the fact that you need that to stay in Group A, and that's the performance to put out, it just shows that we spoke about during the watch along that Steve Clarke's got too many favourites in that Scotland squad. And there's a lot of young, hungry talent that needs to come in, and he's got no faith in putting them in. I mean, when you look at the fact that Tony Ralston's not played a lot for his club, and yet he's played more games for Scotland this season than he has for Celtic, and he's still getting a start over a lot of those players that deserve it more. It's just, it's a hard one to take, but a lot of the boys spoke about it in the chat. I think this spells the end for Steve Clarke, and it'll be interesting to see if he stays on for the World Cup qualification or not.
It will be very interesting. And look, I don't blame Steve Clarke for bringing Ryan Christie back into the team, because I'll be honest, Ryan Christie's probably been up there as one of Scotland's better players, but it was evident that it wasn't working. No. It was evident that so much wasn't working in that game, and Steve Clarke does not know what to do when he has to chase a game. I think he's been quite a fortunate Scotland manager, if I'm being honest. The players that he's had to work with have been some of the better players that we've had for a long time. And I think now moving forward, I think with the type of players, the type of technical players that Scotland have got, I just think Steve Clarke ruins their players.
He does. He ruins it. When you look at some of the players we were playing, it just slows it right down. And I think when he's looking at that team, there were so many glaring, obvious errors from that first half. I mean, how did Grant Hanley get to stay on? And George, the aggregate is 3-1 Ukraine. But when you look at the fact that there were so many errors, Grant Hanley managed to stay on. Ryan Christie managed to stay on. How are these players staying on? Robertson got took off because he wasn't having a good game. But then John McGinn wasn't having the best game either. Now, he's been a bit of a saving grace for Scotland. Obviously, he's done so well in the past, but he's another player that wasn't doing well. But you're talking about Steve Clarke having to make subs at half-time. We were saying we need 2 or 3 subs to come on, and he did none. And then we go 3-0 down after 16 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the second half was a joke, an absolute joke. I'm just looking at the Ukraine team, and I mean, yeah, apart from Zinchenko, I'm not that up on my international football, but apart from Zinchenko, not a lot of names that I kind of notice in there. But I mean, they pumped Belgium 3-1 in the first leg, so I mean, it must be a semi-decent team.
I mean, you've got Mikolenko plays for Everton. You've got Zabani, the centre back. He is with Bournemouth now, and then Lunen's obviously the backup at Real Madrid. So there is quality in that team, but not a lot of like household names, you would say. Not a lot that are known, but as you're saying, they've obviously done enough to be 3-1 up against Belgium. Whether or not they can keep that for the second leg, it'll be a very different story. But when you look at the Belgium side, they've got a lot of attacking firepower on those front 3. Obviously, they've got Trossard, Doku, and Lukaku. There's 3 players that can get you goals.
Very much so. Very much so. I'm just delighted that Nico's starting. Absolutely delighted that Nico's starting. And I'm glad that you says to me, Martin, what are we doing? What are we doing? Watching Denmark and Portugal? What's that all about? So, yeah, my room's absolutely boiling, by the way, and I've no idea why. I'm going to have to try and sort this out. I'm having a nightmare, folks, already.
The game's not even kicked off yet.
Game's not even, and it has now. There we go, kickoff. I'm just going to sort this out, seeing as Alex isn't keeping up to date on these old graphics.
Well, no, because we swapped games 2.5 minutes before the kickoff, so there's definitely no way I'm keeping up to date with my graphics on that one. But I think it's a game to watch, especially when you're saying Nico's got to start. Obviously, only comes on for 15 minutes or so in the last game, Martin. Then all of a sudden he's got a start. It shows that the Belgian manager's got faith in him to give him this start. But if you're Rudy Garcia, does he get to play the full 90? That's what I want to know, because he's obviously shown that he's got the quality to get in this team, and they've got a good midfield, Belgium, and he's obviously in alongside one of the best midfielders that we've seen in a long time, in Kevin De Bruyne. So it'll be interesting to see.
Coming to the end of his powers, though, De Bruyne, he's
I mean, he's picked up quite a lot of injuries of late, and he's not really played as much football as you think. But he's never going to be a player that Belgium don't play, and I think that's the thing. He's always going to play regardless. You know, if he's even 5 or 10% fit, he's going to play.
Nah, of course he is. Of course he is. But it's all about Raskin. That's all it matters.
You want to see him obviously have a good game, because we know what Nico can do, and he's obviously going to be in that midfield, because when you look at it, he's the only midfielder that has that defensive side to his game. Vanaken, obviously, he plays like it's still Bruges, and he's more of an attacking midfielder. De Bruyne's more of an attacking midfielder. So Nico's going to have the job of trying to break up the play, I think, tonight, and then try and get the ball forward.
Yeah, I would agree. Have you got Netflix, Alex?
I do have Netflix, aye.
Have you watched something yet called Resident Alien?
I've not, no.
You need to get that a wee watch, by the way. It's actually quite good.
Is it good? I'll need to get it. I'll put it on the watch list.
Honestly, I don't usually watch much American stuff, but I was actually sitting watching that before this game, and I kind of want to know what happens. So
get straight back to it when this.
Once this is done. I know I should have just agreed to do the reaction.
Do you know what's quite funny as well? Obviously, me and Connor spoke about it with the Scotland game. This game does have the potential to go to extra time and penalties.
Yeah, it does.
And that's a bit of okay. So if Belgium get 2 back, this could be a long night for you not watching your programme, Martin.
Was there a third season?
Is there?
I've just been told there's a third season now on Now TV.
There you go.
Or as we call it in my house, Fire Stick TV.
The best way to go. Have you seen Adolescence on Netflix yet?
No, my missus has watched it, but
I've not watched it at all. I've not even. It's on the watch list as well. Same as you, I don't really watch much like telly.
No.
But Belgium doing a lot of the attacking here in the opening stages.
Which you would expect. But
then with the way that you've got Belgium, Ukraine, set up, they've obviously got the 2 wing backs to come into a back 5 rather than sticking with the back 3. And what number is Raskin? He's number 6.
Number 6, man. Come on.
I think the reason why folk are asking that is because he took the number of a certain player.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Nah, there you go. But Nico owns the number 6. That is his shirt. When you look at it, though, they're setting up. They're very attacking, but struggling to get the ball moving with any sort of pace. They're kind of doing a Scotland right now, aren't they? Oh, that could be a.
By the way, there's no VAR in this, is there?
Aye.
Okay.
Aye, there's VAR, aye. No, that's a.
Oh, come on!
Is that a booking already? He's booked Nico already. Wow, wow. After 4.5 minutes, Nico is booked. Wow. How is that a booking?
Oh, this ref's shocking.
First tackle, and he's actually booked him. Let's see how this is. How is that a booking? Oh, wow. Even Nico saying that, like, it's only.
I mean, that's a penalty.
Exactly, aye. He's booted him square in the stomach, and he's not even went back to it. But that's if Scotland got the penalty in the first game, because the VAR got involved in it.
That was a penalty. So they did. That's right. How that's not been looked at again, I don't know.
No, he's just waved him away. He's just waved him away.
Oh, this ref's terrible, man.
So basically, what that's going to now do is Nico's going to be in a tightrope for the full first half, and he'll be whipped off at half time because he's on a booking.
The ref in the Scotland game was honking as well, by the way.
Oh, he was so poor. So poor. There were so many tackles on Scotland players and just let go. Ian Thompson telling us Ronaldo just missed a penalty.
We should have done the Portugal-Denmark game.
Should have watched it. Did they not? Was it not Christian Eriksen missed a penalty in the first game?
What was the score for the first game?
1-0. What's Rasmus Højlund scored because he did the Ronaldo celebration right in front of him. Right in front of him as well. So
nobody owns a celebration. Good pass. No, out wide there by De Bruyne, actually.
When you've done it for the past 20 years, kind of becomes your celebration, doesn't it?
Nah, I don't agree with that at all. You should be able to celebrate any way you want, using whatever celebration you want. I'm surprised that Ronaldo hasn't trademarked that celebration.
That's very true. Sniper, a good point here. If Raskin gets taken off second half, can we switch games?
Aye.
JD, we don't talk about that. No, with Martin's about.
Oh yeah.
But did you not see the stuff with Man United talking the Ronaldo celebration? Obviously, he left, and then I think it was Ten Hag was saying that if anybody did the celebration, they get fined.
Well, and then that surprises me at Man U.
The next game, Garnacho obviously scored that unbelievable bicycle kick against Everton, hit the Sue and got fined. So it's like exactly right in the next game, so that you can't write it.
I tell you what, Raskin just playing that holding midfield role well, just gathering the ball, passing it off, creating space.
I think that's going to be his role fully tonight. It's just been that holding midfielder because the fact that you've got Vanaken and De Bruyne, they're more going forward. Oh, Connor's in the chat. Look. It's Connor's in the chat. It's superb.
Oh, it's a good pass. Bruins at 1-0. Oh, what?
Offside.
It's offside. It's offside.
Thomas Munir. It's on the Viaplay International YouTube channel, Aldo. So if you type that into YouTube, it'll then bring up all the games that are live right now.
In fairness, he's only about 7 yards offside.
You should be leaving that for Lukaku, who's not offside.
I know.
Did you see the woman on Sky talking about who was better in the league, Ronaldo or Salah?
In the league? What, as in the Premier League?
Aye, so who's had the better career in the Premier League, Ronaldo or Salah?
Salah's been better. I would imagine he's got more Premier League goals than Ronaldo. Played more games than Ronaldo.
I think Ronaldo's got more titles in the Premier League, don't he, though?
I don't know.
But then that was the argument as well. He says, like, we're talking about individual players rather than titles, but I do think it's Mo Salah. Like, I think he's got the most assists for a winger, the most goals and the most goal contributions. So I don't think there's much of a debate, in all honesty.
Nah. Plus, Man U probably cheated when Ronaldo was there.
It was all Fergie time, wasn't it?
Aye, that, and they had the most money. And if you listen to English football fans now, if you've got the most money, then nothing counts. So
yeah, that's right. That's why Man City's like not won anything, you know, because
it doesn't count because they've spent money, even though Man U have spent more money in that time than Man City.
Yeah. Exactly. Ronaldo wasn't the sole main man. Salah is. I think you can see you can see how much Liverpool struggle when Salah's not in the game or he's like a bit off. Look at the League Cup final. It's such a poor game, and I think there's only 5 goals, something like that, between the other front 3. Like Salah carries that Liverpool team. Exactly, JD.
Pushed off the ball so easily.
Salah's pish. He ain't no CD9.
Aye, I know. How Liverpool. By the way, it'd be interesting to see what he could do in that Liverpool team.
Do you think he would get a good amount of goals?
Would he get more goals than Núñez?
Well, aye, because Núñez can't score. I know Destos can't score after 1 or 2 chances, but at least he gets a goal. Darwin Núñez can't score to save himself if he's 2 yards out or not.
This is very true. Well, I have to say, so far we have picked the right game.
Is he giving another yellow card here?
Probably. No, I don't think so. And that's more of a yellow card than what Raskins was.
Exactly, it was. I just think that when you look at it, Belgium are just not doing enough to attack. Ukraine have got their shape, and Belgium can't get through it. They're obviously trying to go down the wings, but it's not working for them.
Nah.
Oh, great point, singing the blues. Imagine what the point will learn having Nico Raskin beside him.
I'm trying to pick something. That's why I'm being so quiet.
Oh, who's he booked? The Ukraine boy? Or
I tell you what, man, he likes his yellow cards, this ref, doesn't he?
He does, but I don't think that's a yellow card, in all honesty, because De Bruyne looks like he goes down before the chat, like there. Oh, he trips him up, doesn't he? Aye, fair enough. Take it back. I
would say because he's running through.
Aye, just sliced his leg in.
Aye.
But then, Sniper, that's exactly what we said about Greece. Scotland just needed one goal, and Greece would buckle, and it never came. Then they scored another two. Belgium have got players in this team that can score. Just doesn't look like they're doing it properly. But see that man right in front of you, Nico Raskin. He'll get you a goal.
He's great with a header, Nico.
Do you know what's quite funny, right? See if you look at his 6 when it does a close up. It looks like a 9. I know it's upside down, but it just looks like they've just turned the 9 upside down because they run out of 6s.
Oh, good ball into the box. Actually, really well defended by Ukraine. They're screaming for a foul.
They are.
I don't think that was the right pass, but they're going to get a corner out of it anyway.
Somebody put it in the comments earlier on. It's quite funny when you look at Nico. You think he's quite wee, but then you see Trossard and you're like, Jesus Christ, he's tiny. I think he's like 5'3" or something. He's absolutely tiny.
What do you think of Trossard?
He was good for Brighton. That was a great player at Brighton, but I just don't think he's cut it in this Arsenal team. I think he was obviously brought in to get goals, but he just doesn't seem like he's always there, and it's a bit of a shame. But then they've always got an issue with left wingers because you look at Trossard, you look at Martinelli, they've not really got a player that's like solidified himself in that position. I just think he's more of a centre forward rather than a winger.
I don't know if I rate him that highly, to be fair, but then it doesn't really matter who I rate. Also, doesn't matter who I know, so I don't know that many people. But no, I've never really rated him that highly, to be fair.
Did you rate him?
I think it's true in football that you can find your level. So, if you're for talking's sake Brighton, and you're outstanding at Brighton, that doesn't mean you're going to be outstanding at Arsenal. And I think he found his level at Arsenal, to be fair. Brighton, sorry.
I was about to say the same. I think he probably should have stayed at Brighton.
But it's money, and you would move.
Oh, he's obviously been offered a more lucrative deal at Arsenal, but he's not really even getting game time now, is he? They'd rather play that Nawari winger rather than Trossard, who was like their big money signing.
You kind of get a wee bit of feeling with this Belgium team that it's a bit like Man City in terms of give Doku the ball and see what he can do.
He's one player I do not rate at all. I don't think he does anything with the ball.
You don't rate him?
Nah, I don't rate him at all. I don't think he does enough with the ball. When you look at his goal return for Man City, I think he does very, very little. He's just got pace. JD's asking, did you enjoy the Women's Cup final?
Very much so. Very, very much so. It was right down the front. So, on the halfway line, basically. Sitting beside Wolf. Who? The difference between me and Wolf is when I see the TV cameras coming, I hide.
Wolf just gets straight on and make sure the Rabble logo's front and centre.
Straight on it, man. Straight on it. Oh, it's a good pass through De Bruyne. Tries to square it back. Good defend. Good by the goalkeeper and defender. You never saw me on TV. I wasn't on TV.
No, Martin went hiding. As soon as that camera, he was down below. He's like,
you might have seen Demi and Wolf. You never seen me on the telly. That's for sure.
That's because he's too wee. Camera can't see him.
I'm the same height as well, but fair enough.
No, you're not, are you?
Well, same height, yeah.
I think you were smaller, but then Wolf was sitting down. So
just because you're about 8'7", De Bruyne's trying to pull the strings here, and he's doing no bad. But I don't think that was the right pass. He should have maybe put Lukaku through on goal.
Look at this for Saul Smitherman. He's had Raskin to be booked to commit one foul and to have one shot on target, 11-2.
Well, it's just Raskin getting forward enough to take that shot, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. De Bruyne hit that. Again, he has the opportunity to hit that there. And then Doku. I mean, he's been marked by 3 players. He's not really gone anywhere, is he?
I know, but Belgium should be good enough for that to open up the space. But, I mean, there's an easy pass out wide and it's intercepted by Ukraine. You kind of get the feeling, unless I'm going to be proved wrong right here, it's across into the box. It's cleared by Ukraine again, picked up by De Bruyne. A terrible pass to Raskin. Raskin does phenomenal to keep that in play. Gives it back to De Bruyne, who then just loses the ball. And it's just so poor for De Bruyne. Give the ball to Nico and things will happen.
Welcome to the Nico Raskin podcast, where we talk about all things Nico Raskin.
I say he done well to keep that in. It was nowhere near going out, but he
done well. He had to do a light jog to catch the ball.
Had to walk to catch it.
For as big as he is and as strong as he is, Lukaku doesn't hold that ball up as much as he should, does
he? He's shocking at it, isn't he?
He really should be able to hold that ball up, or at least.
Oh, what a pass for Nico!
That's surely a foul. That's surely a foul there.
It should be. Now Ukraine on the attack. And it's defended decently by Belgium.
JD, you're spot on. Nico Raskin versus Ukraine should be in the title.
It effectively is Nico Raskin versus Ukraine. He's on the ball there. He tries to draw the Ukraine player in there by taking a poor touch and then still managed to get on it and make a decent pass. The boy's got everything.
Tries that bit of skill and he's just like, see you later. No touching me. But this seems to be like the Ukraine game plan right now. Belgium, just get it forward and humph it into the box and hope that Lukaku gets a head onto it, or get to Doku and he'll run down the wing.
That's pretty much all they've got, isn't it?
Aye, that's unlucky from De Bruyne.
It's a good pass by Doku. Normally De Bruyne lifts that, but I suppose the angle was a bit too tight for him to lift that, wasn't it? So. But I've still got Nico to come back and do his business.
Nico to score twice.
Yeah.
Get right back in this game. Stick him up front. Stick him in goal. He can play anywhere. That's Nico Raskin for you.
I agree. 100% agree.
Where's he played now, Castagna? Is he still at Leicester?
And how many times have you and me sat here, Alex, and said it?
Egeman! What a fucking goal! Hamza Egeman! Come on!
So that's what's going to happen tonight, folks. If Raskin,
there was absolutely no need for that, by the way. Mid-conversation and pause that out. There's no need. Try to figure out where a player's playing now, and that's what we get pulled out with.
That's what's going to happen if Nico Raskin scores tonight.
Aye, from you leave me alone. I'm not reacting to this goal ever again.
Oh, the next watch along. In fact, Alex, I think you're on the watch along for the game on Saturday, aren't you?
Well, I voted for it, so I probably will be.
So you're on it. Well, you voted for it. The watch alongs are your shows, right? So you'll be terrified to celebrate on Saturday.
I hope Egeman doesn't even start, by the way. See if he even starts, I'm just going to be like, Oh, Rangers scored. Man. That's all you're getting. I'm giving you nothing. You just get man. I'm reacting nothing.
So Ian tuned in to watch Belgium-Ukraine on YouTube, and it took him a couple of minutes to realise he was watching the FIFA console version.
Wow.
Tell me you're over 35 without telling me you're over 35.
Exactly. I like literally all you type is Viaplay International. Boom. Don't be typing Belgium Ukraine and then you're getting.
Well, I typed in Belgium Ukraine, but Alex, I've got the knowledge to understand real people from people on a console.
I know. Surely you must have thought that pitch looks a bit weird, does it not? Like those players on the moving very real.
I'm just double checking you. I'm not watching the console version.
Just pause it, see if it pauses or not.
It's not getting that lifelike, Ian.
No.
Come on.
Jesus.
Maybe that's because you remember FIFA 95.
If it was FIFA, Raskin would have already had a hat trick by now. You wouldn't control any other player. It would just be Raskin getting all the goals.
Why do people do that anyway? Why do they play a game at the same time as internationals on and then post it on YouTube?
I don't know. I think it's just to get the views in it because folk will, like Ian Thompson, will click the video thinking, there we go. Oh, wait, that's not all right. What's going on here?
Ian's making these FIFA YouTubers millionaires.
Just like, this video doesn't look right. Like, let's try the next one. No, still not. Like, oh, wait, there's the real guys. There we go. We'll sort it now. It's the fact that it took him a couple of minutes. No, just like a couple of seconds to go, wait, this isn't right. A couple of, even it says in the corner, EAFC, no, UEFA Nations League.
No. Oh, wait a minute. De Bruyne. Oh, De Bruyne! Oh!
Unlucky.
I mean, the pass was there to Raskin. To be fair, he could have played the pass to Raskin. And Raskin probably would have scored for 25 yards out. But he left him.
You watching someone play Call of Duty thinking he's watching modern day Rambo annihilating hundreds of people until they die and respawn.
I mean, the pass was Raskin there, wasn't it?
Get to Nico. He'll put that top corner for you. None of this. I think you can see the difference in quality though. And obviously, he's been told to stay back here and be like the holding player rather than get forward, whereas he's got a bit more free rein in the Rangers squad to be about the pitch.
It's a long pass heading towards. Nah, it's so Lukaku's poor, man. So poor.
I don't know.
JD sorry, Sniper's saying that Ian thinks the rabble wrestling's real. I know because he messaged me and he went, I can't afford to go to America.
Ian's wanting to sit front row at the rabble wrestling.
Oh, no, he thought he was wrestling, innit?
Oh, wow.
It's poor. Again. So Belgium, get to Raskin. There you go.
There we go.
Right,
Nico.
watch what Raskin does with it now. Great pass out wide for Nico. Back to Nico.
So much composure there.
See, whenever they don't pass to Nico, they get the ball away.
Nico would have got that straight to Lukaku there with no issue.
Ian giving it, how come Thomas Buffo is playing for Belgium, realising it's actually FIFA 06? I'm surprised I've not had a message for Ian yet.
Poor Ian will be off now. I'm waiting in the chat. I'll get the words of Gummidge come up at some point in the chat just to try and put it up. But that's something else. I think we can see that there's just Ukraine have got their game plan. Stay back here. Right, wait a minute, right? All these challenges have come in have been worse than Raskin's challenge, and none of them have picked up a booking.
No, it's almost as if the refs went, oh, wait a minute, maybe I booked him a wee bit too early, so now I'm not going to bother booking people.
Like, he booked him after 4 minutes, so 20 minutes later, there's been a fair few tackles, and he's went, it's fine. Don't worry about it. There you go. Tell you. Straight to me as well.
Oh, it's shocking defending for Belgium. Oh, all cleared.
Tell you, didn't take long.
Shocking defending for Belgium.
That is very poor, by the way, but they don't get away with it because now the ball's going to come in here from the long throw.
Who's the Belgium keeper?
Matt Sells, he plays for Nottingham Forest.
Oh, right, okay.
That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised he got in over Courtois.
Is Courtois injured?
No, he's on the bench.
Oh, is he?
Aye. Obviously, a very experienced keeper at Real Madrid.
And Atletico Madrid and Chelsea.
Yep. He was unbelievable at Chelsea. I know he was still a young keeper there, but he was unbelievable for Chelsea. Oh.
Lukaku's towing a caravan there. Oh, nah.
When is he not, though? In all honesty, when is he not?
Ian thinking he's watching Big Brother and it's somebody playing The Sims. People watch Big Brother on YouTube, do they?
Well, you probably get the highlights, wouldn't you?
Remember when that Big Brother first came out, man, and there was people actually sitting watching the telly, watching people sleeping?
Yep.
Wow. Oh! Decent strike for Zinchenko just past the post. Dado Puzzles Blue Boots are saying that Ukraine are set up to hitting the break, and by the way, it's working for them.
Raskin should have been out there a bit quicker, but you've got to get to him that he's done well, cut out the space and made him go wide. Got to also stole KDB's bird off him. I didn't ken that. Although Belgium are playing this back three, they're not doing enough to get forward.
Nah, they're really not. I'll be honest with you, it's a dreadful game of football.
I think the Scotland game was a bit worse, though. At least there's chances in this game.
Yeah.
I mean, for being a left back where Arsenal Zinchenko can hit the ball.
But did you not play midfield for Ukraine?
Aye, does. He plays left mid rather than left back. So he plays in that like wing back role. But some of the times he gets pushed into the centre midfield.
Raskin just beating the air there. Out for a throw in. I heard a beep.
The beep
I
happened.
heard a beep. Are you joining us, Connor?
Evening. Well, I'm actually, so currently I'm watching Portugal and Denmark. But I had you guys in the background to keep an eye on this one, and I was getting rather bored with the fact that none of these games are getting any fucking commentary on it, so I'll just jump on. I mean, I can switch to Belgium, Ukraine, or I can just be.
No, you keep it Portugal, Denmark. You can let us know.
I can be the Portugal, Denmark correspondent.
Yes.
Just make sure it's not a FIFA version.
No. It's Pez.
Football manager at this point.
Football manager, To be fair, this has been a good watch. As Portugal, Denmark, and how Portugal haven't scored beyond me. Obviously, Ronaldo missing the penalty as we're talking about. He had a big chance after that. The ball was floated in at the back post. He get a head on it, and Kasper Schmeichel managed to just get a hand to tip it round the post for a corner kick. But he should that as well. This is true.
Raskin is playing. He's starting. He's the number 6. Have you only just caught up with that, Blue Matt? He is like the man of the match so far.
Back for Belgium, but they've managed to keep the ball.
They're playing fire here around the back, by the way.
I tell you, by the way, Belgium, what's happened to Belgium? They've regressed so much.
Mm-hmm. They're just not looking.
By the way, I love how the wee boxes were in. I like this 3 side by side. It's very dynasty for back in the day.
It's like we're doing a US press conference here, like we're all debating against each other.
Oh, listen, I watched Martin's video about freeze each other. That's enough for me.
Doku here on the ball.
Doku in the box.
What
Just
a great block that is, by the way. Is he offside, Vanakin, there?
I don't know because there's no commentary. So
No,
That's probably one of the worst things they've done, but is not put commentary in.
it's because
Lukaku.
Viaplay. I think it's just simply because they're technically not in the UK anymore. They don't have the ability to actually go and get people to do the commentary. So
that would cost money.
That would, aye. That's why it's a good thing that the Scotland games end up in the BBC, because at least you get the full thing now.
Well, you say that, but there was no commentary for a good 15 minutes of that game. And
that is true. That is true.
No commentary.
To be fair, the last Scotland game that was on this Viaplay YouTube channel had Rory Hamilton commentating, and he's, for me, the best in the business right now in terms of Scottish commentators. Albeit he finds himself having to sit next to duds like Michael Stewart on a regular basis, but.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, gentlemen. I'm going to leave you to it for 5 minutes, and I'm going to go and create some fancy graphic which shows both the results of both games.
No
seeing
worries.
as we're being all professional here.
The professionals.
This channel, being professionals, what's that all about?
I know.
I will say,
Another
Connor,
chance here for Portugal, but saved by Schmeichel.
neither team has had a shot on target in this game.
Yeah, no, Belgium, Ukraine, aye. The funny thing is I can see a very slow motion pictures of the game in Martin's screen below me, but Portugal has been entertaining. There's been shots in target, but as I said, there should have been goals in this. That's it, Sniper. Super Rabble Sunday. That's exactly what it is.
Shouldn't it? But I mean, that's like, I think we've done this a few times. We're watching games that don't involve Rangers, and it's quite good, isn't it? Because obviously it gets a bit more football, gets a bit more content on the channel.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. Both these games have an interest for us all. Obviously, Raskin playing for Belgium, so supporting him. And with this game, as we've mentioned before, the loser of this drops into Scotland's World Cup qualification group alongside obviously ourselves, Greece and Belarus. So, yeah, absolutely.
And as Sniper says, it is a lot more relaxed because you're not having to. What the hell happened there? The screen just went got hit with a flashbang there. It just went so bright. And I will say, Leo, it's all right, buddy. We do usually say that, wait till myself and Connor react to scores, but it actually brightened up the game a bit because it was so poor anyway.
Well, this is true. Aye.
I'm surprised we didn't do a usual Rangers patter of talking about what you're having for your dinner on a Sunday night when it gets bad, so you didn't get that this time. But
did you manage? You actually managed to have any dinner, Alex?
I did. I got a wee wrap while I was waiting. So
what was in the wrap?
It was a wee fajita. It was a wee.
What, a wee fajita?
I got that from a half-time break. A wee half an hour away. I was like, that'll go damn eat, and it was good.
Fajita.
You can see Connor salivating at the fact I've said fajita.
I do like a fajita, yes. No, to be honest, I've technically not had dinner, but I had a sort of late lunch, so it constitutes.
That's never a foul.
I can't comment because I can't see. I'm watching a different game, obviously. But
Mikolenko went down very easy under a challenge from Kevin De Bruyne, trying to appeal for a foul, but the referee wasn't having it. But then De Bruyne just smashed the ball off of the Ukraine defender, and it went out for a throw-in. But they're starting to get a bit more in their step. Trossard trying to get it going. Lukaku with the ball across.
I will say, Portugal's penalty in this game was a soft one.
Good defending there from Ukraine. Mikolenko just putting it out for a corner.
Oh, that's scrappy. Out to the edge here. Oh, dear. Vitinha just, it was a bit scrappy down the byline and it got cut back, I think, for Fernandez, and Vitinha took it in the sort of half volley for just outside the box, and he put it over the bar, but it wasn't far away.
Look at that. The professionals, look at that. The scores in the bottom and everything. How about that?
Well, Martin actually pretending he knows what he's doing here. It's incredible work for Martin.
That's why he is the boss man. And oh, what a save that is! Great corner that was whipped in, but great save. Ukraine are starting to be a bit on the back foot here. They're starting to have to soak up a good bit of pressure, but Belgium just have not got that killer edge to get the ball in, but they're starting to up the tempo, up the pace a bit. Good ball whipped in by De Bruyne, and it's headed clear out for another corner to Ukraine.
I mean, I tell you.
To Belgium, sorry, to Ukraine.
It'll be interesting when a goal does happen in one of these matches and see those graphics change again. I think as well, do you know the thing, Alex, sometimes that in the early part of this season, there was very much international football fatigue. We'd come off the back of the Euros in the summer, then within a couple of weeks back into domestic stuff, and then every 4 weeks, international break. And it people got scurred by it, I think people just had enough. So I think the fact that they've then managed to get a wee break fit as such, 4 months since the last one, it's easier to kind of accept it this time round and go, right, okay, fair enough. And that's what it should be, every few months, no, every couple of weeks, as it dilutes it.
It's not getting rammed in your throat as much in it, and I think that's probably the biggest thing. See, when you're watching league games, and say you're having a good run of form, you're getting games and you're getting the wins, teams starting to gel a bit.
It's in! It's there! Portugal take the lead, leveling it up on aggregate. Corner kick comes in for Fernandes. I'm not sure who gets the final header on it, but it was one of those ones that the big lad gets up. I think it might have been Ronaldo, I'm not sure. Gets the header. There's not a lot of power in the header, Alex. It sort of floats its way down into the bottom bag. Schmeichel absolutely scrambling to try and get a hand to it. Can't do it. Just seen the replay here. Oh, it's an own goal. It's an own goal.
Never appreciate that referee.
Ronaldo had the cheek to celebrate it like he scored.
Who put it in the back of the net?
Well, it's a combination of two Greek the Danish defenders there. And so I'm waiting to see which one they give the credit to be honest with you, because both look like they get ahead to that. I tell you, to be fair, to the Danish defender, he didn't have to make a bloody leap, but unfortunately, he's headed into his own net, and
they've given they've given an own goal to Joachim Andersen.
Does Schmeichel? I'm watching it there, Connor. Does Schmeichel need to do better, or is he just caught with the header?
He's caught a bit gold with a header, but there's not a lot of power on it. So you feel as if with his size, he probably should be able to get down to his right hand side and keep it out. But he's almost just ends up watching it, and by the time he goes for it, it's behind him. So to be honest, when it first comes off Andersen's head, I thought it was going wide, and then it just nestled in the bottom corner as Martin just disappears.
Martin's turning us into Soccer Saturday here or something, isn't it? Just, I'll come in for a point there and I'll leave you to it. You just coming and disappearing, like, cheers, Martin.
Yeah, I mean, Martin, me coming on here didn't mean Martin got to the golf. You know what I mean?
Massive thank you to Jackson's Vlogs. Back in a second.
Oh, no, Alex is away. One in, one out here.
It's the revolving door.
Because that's the game you're watching and I'm watching the other one.
I actually went to get my phone so I could keep you all abreast of the Nation League's games. I can tell you that Spain are beating Netherlands 1-0 and Germany are beating Italy 2-0.
Wow.
That is the latest scores. France and Croatia are still nothing each. I think Croatia are 2-0 up for the first leg, if memory serves me correctly. Mm-hmm. And earlier on today at 2 o'clock, Georgia beat Armenia 6-1.
9-1 aggregate.
9-1 on aggregate, yes. It is 2-0 on aggregate to Croatia. That is 0-0 with France. It's 4-1 on aggregate to Germany as they're beating Italy 2-0. As we know, Portugal and Denmark's won each on aggregate. Portugal have just scored. And with the game that me and Alex were watching, it is still 0-0 with Belgium and Ukraine, but 3-1 on aggregate to Ukraine.
Yeah, and other playoffs earlier in the day as well. If we go Group B and C, Kosovo beat Iceland 3-1 to get up to Group B. A 5-2 aggregate for them. Slovenia beat Slovakia 1-0, 1-0 aggregate score. And of course, them lot across the pond, Republic of Ireland, they are currently 1-0 behind against Bulgaria, but 2-2 on aggregate.
Mm-hmm. I don't have the ability to keep all the scores on the screen because I don't have that kind of technology yet, but we will do that eventually.
Yeah, we might be doing an attempt at a Sky Sports Soccer Saturday, but it isn't the Sky Sports budgets that we've got.
No, unfortunately, it is not. But yeah, I mean, I'm looking into getting a studio for stuff like this, so it looks a lot more professional and stuff. But we need members, we need people to watch, we need to bring money into the podcast. And Jaxie's Vlogs has sent in a $1.99 super sticker. So if you're watching on YouTube, you'll be able to see that. Thank you very much, Jaxie, for the support. And almost 500 people watching, which is phenomenal. So thank you very, very much. And I know that just over 50.
Just seeing at the bottom, because I can see that your wee screen at the bottom of the screen, the players surrounding the referee for something there, Martin, in the Belgium game.
It was a Lukaku and one of the Ukraine defenders were having a wee bit of bargy with each other. I
think they're also having a bargy because it appeared Doku was tripped, but he didn't go down.
Oh, yeah, me.
So I think because he's not went down, you're obviously appealing that there was a foul there.
Well, Portugal.
So what I'm going to change this into is Connor's going to keep his eye on the Portugal-Denmark game. Alex is going to keep his eye on the Belgium-Ukraine game, and I'm going to flick between all the games. I think we'll do it that way, so that
Lukaku that's surely a foul. Lukaku's been absolutely bundled over there to. Surely that's a free kick.
Portugal there, but had just had another big chance. If they could have went 2 up in the tie, it was another set piece, free kick whipped in. Again, that man Fernandes. This time, when the Danish player gets the contact there, he sends it out, but the referee then pulled it back for foul the other way. Not sure what he's seen, right enough. But Denmark living a bit of a charmed life at the moment. Although forward to come and it's cleared.
Free kick here for Belgium. Going to be whipped in. Oh, and the keeper's had to parry it away. It actually looked like De Bruyne was going from goal, even though it's almost in the position of a corner. But the way the ball was getting whipped in, it was going in. So Linnan's had to tip it over. Great save.
I will just say, by the way, these games can go to extra time.
I said that to Martin. That is the thing that, we're like, oh, we'll not be on this too long. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, 2-0 for Belgium. Now we've got extra time.
Well, I think what we'll do probably makes sense is that even if one of them that we are watching goes to extra time and the other doesn't, then we'll all just switch to whatever game that is.
Is that
right? Gary's going to keep an eye on the Miss World swimsuit competition and give us updates on that. So fair play to Gary for that.
Lovely,
The only other game
getting on, Gary.
The only other game that's available on YouTube is France and Croatia, so I'll watch that one.
France and Croatia.
Are we getting a graphic for that as well, or we just sticking?
There, I think is that another quarter final tie? I believe that is. Yeah, as another quarter final tie.
Oh, I think Belgium are really stepping up the pressure here on Ukraine. They've just not got that end product to get the goal.
Mm.
Well, what I will say is that it's a 45th minute, France versus Croatia, and the assistants just put up the board for 2 minutes of added on time.
We're just waiting on the board here, but Belgium took a quick free kick and it was pulled back. So a quick corner, sorry, it was pulled back. So we're just waiting to see now.
You've got to see, hadn't you, Martin, that Viaplay International went decide on it, but as good a game as I'm sure France and Croatia would be, why would you not want to show Germany, Italy? I mean, that's two.
It might be on another TV channel where they don't have the rights to show it on YouTube.
That's a fair point, yeah. Aye.
Watched it again.
Well, 2 minutes added time in the Portugal game. We're about 30 seconds into that, so we're almost at half time here.
And 3 minutes in this game added on. They just had to be different, didn't they? 2 minutes and then we bar this one. Add on an extra minute.
Oh, Portugal springing the counter attack here, but that's went back behind Ronaldo.
Looks offside.
Such a waste from Jeremy Doku there.
Cross in from, I think, is that Elise, and out of play for a goal kick to Croatia. From what I can see in the short time I've been watching this France-Croatia game, is it would appear that Croatia are just happy to sit back and soak up the pressure. They don't even look as if they're attempting to break on the counter. It just seems to be sitting back. So
I guess, Mark, I'm looking at that France squad and that starting lineup, and I'm thinking to myself, in the stand, I know they're 2-0 down for the first leg, but when they've got Elise, Barcola, Dembele, Mbappe, Tchouameni, Kone, I mean, that's an awfully talented attacking line you've got there for your midfield and your attackers. Portugal, by the way, have just had the ball in the net, and there's a VAR check, as I was talking for offside.
France have got a free kick just outside the 18-yard box, fouled by Guardiola, just outside the box.
I will say, by the way, while we were doing a bit of a talking, Alchemist has been a member for 3 months. He says, have you made an offer to Chris Kamara, Martin?
No, I can't afford them.
Check ongoing here, by the way.
He also said, just after that, he gifted 5 memberships.
Thank you very much, Alchemist, for the support, my friend.
And Leo, who joined us for the first game of the Scotland-Greece, gifted $1.99. He said it's his first time taking in here. We are the people. So, again, thank you very much for that, my friend.
Offside was given for that goal, so it does remain 1-0, and that is the half-time whistle gone. Interestingly, though, Ronaldo, who scored it, and the player that assisted...
It's just past the post.
Mendes in the build-up was off. But that's half-time in the Denmark-Portugal game, and it's 1-0.
It's literally just half-time now for France. It was a decent delivery into the box. The Croatia keeper comes for it, flaps at it, misses it, and it just goes out for a goal kick.
Who is the Croatia keeper just now?
1-0. Don't ask me questions I don't know the answer to, please, Alex. Thank you very much. But that is now half-time, France 0, Croatia 0.
And I'm still on the go right now, so I'll tell you when I'm at half-time too, right? Don't worry.
Just see, the Croatia goalkeeper is Lovakovic.
Where's he playing? I know he was in France for a little while, but I'm not sure where he is now.
Half-time, Belgium 0, Ukraine 0.
By the way, how is Luka Modric still going at international level at his age? 39, he'll be 40 this year.
That's so good.
I knew that name, Lovakovic. He plays for Fenerbahce.
Rabble bikes. Here's a question for you, Martin, while Alex is rounding his game off. Do you think Modric will stick around for Croatia in the World Cup next year if they qualify? I mean, they probably will.
Yeah, absolutely should. He's good enough.
And then that's his swan song potential. Because I think Ronaldo's dead set and doing the same. I think he wants another crack at it after the Euros.
Yeah, absolutely could. He's good enough. Well, Ronaldo, I don't know what. Does Ronaldo bring much to Portugal anymore?
No, not much anymore. It has to be said. Some of the stats here, by the way, in this first half: Portugal 59% possession, Denmark 41. 2 attempts on target for Portugal, 1 goal, and Denmark just the 1 attempt on target. 5 overall for Portugal, 2 overall for Denmark. It's been tight. It has been nip and tuck, to be fair, but Portugal with the advantage.
I will say, Mark, here, the game is on the Viaplay International YouTube channel. That's where you can get the 3 games that the 3 of us are watching. And also, welcome into Blue Mac, who's become a member of the YouTube. So, well in, my friend, welcome in. Plenty of content, something a bit different tonight where you're getting 3 games instead of 1. Instead of a reaction, 3 games on the go.
Yes, and we haven't put out any members' content today because we've changed it up a wee bit just to put the international breaks on, put some public stuff out. But we will have the afternoon rabble tomorrow at 12:30 for members, and then at 9 o'clock tomorrow night we've got the EPL show as well. But also on public YouTube tomorrow at 6:30. You've got the women's show where the guys will be reacting to a 3rd Sky Sports Cup win in a row. And then at 7:30 tomorrow night on public YouTube, you have the Monday night rabble as well. So Monday's a busy day under Abel.
That's
Very busy day.
That's when you can't
And to be fair, the women's show promises to be a very, very happy one after the three-peat of League
It's
Cups.
also the first game that me and Carr have been to together where Rangers have actually won.
True, yeah, because they drew to each at Broadwood, aye.
Me and Carr have never seen Rangers win when we've been there together. And Carr goes to every single women's game, to be fair, right? So she's seen Rangers win a lot. But whenever I've went along, she actually told me before not to come back. She's probably right.
Look at that.
Poor Brian got sat by himself, you know. Nigel Rabates in the corner. To be fair, I was unfortunate not to be able to make the game because I was in Motherwell and I left Motherwell at 3 o'clock yesterday because I was working overtime. But
we walked back your work. That's what we did.
Did you walk back? There you go.
And we're all shouting up. Do you know who Connor is?
Yeah, did you notice that there was filming going on yesterday at the Civic Centre as well? A new Scottish programme. It's called Half Man. Richard Gadd, he was down there. He's in it. And the boy, Jamie Bell, the boy that played Billy Elliot, also. And it was weird because it was like an acid trip when you looked out into the car park because it was decked out like the 1980s because that's obviously when it's set. So they had all the old motors and people in flare trousers and it was.
Did you go out and say to them, do you know who I am?
I'm the star of this show, all right?
Not a lot in this game.
Connor, do me a favour then, as it is half time. Give me your thoughts. I know that there'll be many people who are watching this who watched you and Alex doing the watch along for Scotland, but there'll be some who have tuned in who didn't watch that. Give me your thoughts on the game and Scotland's performance.
Sorry, my neighbour's ring doorbell just went there, so I just heard that. Listen, it was dreadful stuff. For Scotland, it really was poor as it gets. John McGinn after the game labelled it embarrassing, and I think he's right. There was a real lack of any attacking threat from us. You know, we did the first 20 minutes we were okay. You know, we had a few chances. Me and Alex spoke about it. McTominay has to score one of those chances, to be perfectly honest with you. He didn't. Che Adams, a non-entity for most of the game, pointless until they came off. And then, unfortunately, none of the subs really had the desired impact. It killed it going behind, going 3-0 down, 16 seconds into the second half. That's a nightmare start because at that point it was only 2-1 in aggregate. And we had been speaking at half time about, do we make these changes? And it's only one goal. If you score, your level again, and then it's game back on. Just don't go 3 down, And sure enough, but again, poor defensively for Scotland. I think as well. Don't know if Alex agrees. And they actually pointed out on the BBC. I think Ralston's arguably at fault for 2 of the goals. In terms of his positioning being so poor, and the first one he's got to show the boy down the side of him. He doesn't do that, so Andy Robertson then has to come in central, and that allows Kitsas to have free rein. And it's a lovely finish. To be fair, from a Greek point of view, they took their goals really well, but we created all of our own problems. And now it's Group B in the Nations League. In the summer, we'll focus on World Cup qualifiers, obviously, but we play Greece twice during that, and we have to learn lessons big time. It's just a really, really disappointing one for Scotland. And people can label a lot of things at Steve Clarke. Being that defensively naive usually isn't something you see for his type of teams, but unfortunately, Alex, that was just the way it went. Nobody really turned up.
No, see, when you talk about the fact you can blame Ralston for 2 of their goals, you can blame Hanley for the goals, you've got to blame every one of them, Connor. In all honesty, there's not one, we said it before we finished the show, there's not one single player that either started or came on that put in a performance worthy of even getting a win in that game. They were unbelievably poor. And I think the fact that you have to play Greece twice again is a bit of a worrying start, especially with what happened. I would say if we've got Steve Clarke as manager when we go into the World Cup qualifiers, we need to see a lot of new boys, a lot of new bodies coming in, because Steve Clarke has decided to pick almost his favourites, and I know that's not, you don't want to use that term a lot, but it's the players that he knows has done well for him in the past, and that's who he's going to pick. But there's players that you've got that need to come in. We spoke about it during the game, and so did a lot of the guys that were in the comments. There's players there that can come in and make an impact, and we were just looking at it like, you look at James Penrith could come in, James Wilson could have started, Lewis Ferguson should have started. You've got Dokes, who we obviously missed as a massive impact, but there's Lennon Miller, hasn't even seen a minute. Why was he selected? Do you know what I mean? There's players there that he could have easily come in for. You select a Lennon Miller over a Ryan Christie, and yet he was selected over Lennon Miller and Lewis Ferguson. There was a lot of players in there that probably shouldn't play the World Cup qualifiers, but if Steve Clarke's in charge, they will.
Yeah, 100%. And that's the issue, you know. I mean, and I've seen the calls already for some people, you know, this should be Clarke's last game and change it.
Mm-hmm.
The reality is they won't. Clarke will be there through the World Cup qualifiers, and I mean, we already know, because it has been stated, that whatever the outcome of that is, he will be gone either after the qualifiers or after the World Cup campaign itself, should we qualify. For me, he could make that change earlier, but because of the two tournaments he's got to, that does get him credit in the bank. That's what's keeping him there. With 1 win in 7 at Hampden. And I know that the level we've played, to be fair, the level of opposition is good teams, but I'm looking at games against Croatia where we go and win at Hampden, which is brilliant. I'm looking at Spain and the performance we put in there. Portugal, Cristiano Ronaldo walked off in a huff, stropping away after what happened to them at Hampden. And tonight we didn't reach those levels. And the worry is that happens sort of semi-regularly, actually, for Scotland. At times under Clarke, we've had these games where you just go, where is this game for? And no doubt we're missing some players. We were missing Ben Doak. We were missing a Lyndon Dykes. You know, somebody who's a bit stronger up top, who can, you know, hold off defenders and be a bit more of a bulldozer. Whether you like his quality or not, that's what Dykes brings you. Che Adams doesn't. So we were missing those players. But for me, Alex, that should have still been a strong enough side to get the job done.
But see, the thing is, Connor, right, and I get we're missing those two up front. Obviously, we spoke about it when we were watching the game, that when you look at, we solely missed the pace of Ben Doak up front. We had nothing. There were so many times the attack just amounted to nothing going forward because there was no pace. But for me, the biggest and most glaring issue for us is that back line. It's right now it's honking. The only player that actually does something, and he actually probably didn't have the best game either, would be John Suter, because nobody in that back line had a good game. Not even Craig Gordon in goal had a good game. And I think there's so many better options. We were talking about it. You had McKenna and Henry on your bench, who easily could have came on for Grant Hanley. You're bringing on Kieran Tierney left wing to put him at left back. So you're then keeping Tony Ralston on for most of the game. There was players there all over that pitch who didn't deserve to play, and there was better quality. But I think, I want to go back to a point you made. I think if Steve Clarke gets us qualification for the World Cup, he'll continue his tenure as the Scotland manager. I don't think he'll go. If he gets another tournament, the World Cup, he'll stay.
Do you know? Yeah, I certainly. I think there's every chance of that. You know, because at that point it'll all be about Steve Clarke. What does he want to do at that stage? And you know, I can absolutely see him deciding, yeah, you know what, I'll hang about here. I don't think he should. I think, you know,
it's a cushy job, isn't it?
Yeah, well, exactly. But you know what? Sometimes you run your race, and that's fine. Sometimes it's just a case of let the next guy take over the reins and take it to the next level. He's took us so far. I just don't know if he's hit the ceiling now. It's one of those ones for me. I must be honest.
Mark's on mute. Yellow card. I don't think Steve Clarke should still be the Scotland manager, and it's not because of my feelings towards Steve Clarke, the manager or the person. I just think he's took Scotland as far as he can.
It's almost the same when we're talking about, and I know it's a wind-up corner, right? But it's the same when we're talking about Eddie Howe. He's obviously not going to get like Newcastle further, and I think that's where you've hit with Steve Clarke. He's quite clearly got bias towards certain players. He doesn't want to bring in fresher talent or new boys. I spoke about it during the game. He's quite clearly, you can see it, got a bias to whether the fact if you play in England or in the Premier League, you're getting selected over players who are probably better in your position. You're getting selected regardless because of the league you play in. And the fact that there were certain boys that didn't get a call up or didn't get a start. The only reason Ryan Christie started is because he plays for Bournemouth. Martin's in the chat and I have to say it properly. Bournemouth. That's the only reason.
Yes and no, right? Because I've watched a wee bit of Bournemouth this season, and Ryan Christie's been excellent, right? He has. As you know, coming from a Rangers fan, it's painful to say, but Ryan Christie's been excellent, and he has been decent for Scotland. So I can understand why Ryan Christie was brought back into that Scotland team. It was the fact that Clark's watching that and it's just not working.
No.
And a blind man and his dog could see at half time that something had to be changed. Something had to be changed. Didn't change anything. And look, it's really poor defensively. 2 seconds into the second half, and that kills the game. Then when Greece score that quick into the second half. But nah, and his tactics and the way he sets his team up, I just think Scotland have got some really, really good players. Now, I think we've got an abundance of brilliant central midfielders.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think he's going to ruin them moving forward. I make that, and this is an argument you can have, right? I want players, and I know that Walter Smith didn't really do this at his time at Rangers, right? But I want players to play in the positions that they're the best in, right?
Yeah.
That whole debate, and Strachan even tried it as well, you know, trying Kieran Tierney at right back and Andy Robertson at left back, right? No. You pick either Tierney or you pick Robertson. That's what you do. And if it was up to me, I'd pick Tierney. Right? I just would. I just think he's a better left back. But you don't shoehorn players in. I mean, the first leg against Greece, let's face it, we got a bit lucky, right? We scored a penalty. We didn't actually score in open play against Greece. But you played 4 central midfielders across the midfield. And just because Ben Doak's out injured, is he the only winger that Scotland's got? I don't think so somehow.
No.
That's called up, probably. That's been called up. Is he the only winger we've got out there? Definitely not. But he's the only one that we've called up, and we've gone.
I'll just say sorry. France and Croatia has kicked off for the second half.
I will say though, it's like
Denmark and Portugal are just about to kick off as we speak.
When you look at it, we've tried to shoehorn in so many central midfielders because that's where like our strongest, as you're saying, that's probably our strongest area right now is in central midfielders we've got, whether that be defensive, centre or attacking. But when it comes to wingers, we're just not calling them up. We called up Ben Doakes and then went, right, John McGinn, you can go out on the left because you can play as a winger out there. We've not actually called up anybody of note to play on the wing. We are sure
when Clark selects a Scotland squad, it's right. I'm not going to think about who I've got best attacking going forward. I need to be solid defensively.
Yep.
So I'm going to select players that if something happens, then I know that I'm going to be solid defensively. And then that happens against Greece.
Yeah. Yeah. The thing is, the way that we defended in the first leg was really good. You know, I mean, look, we have the charmed life. There was a wee bit of luck. We're not getting away from that. But we defended well. But tonight, I mean, it just was not there. The 3 goals, I mean, the first 2 in particular are so similar in that ball cut back and the man running in for the edge of the box, and nobody picks up the runner in the space of 10 minutes. I said to Alex earlier as well, people can talk about the manager and the tactics, and that's right, we can have that conversation. But the players in the park need to take some responsibility for that, because it's already happened to you 10 minutes earlier. You don't let the same goal happen to you twice, really. And that's what's going on.
Right? See, for me, and look, it might not have worked, it might have worked, I don't know. I look at a manager and I judge a manager by the squad selections that they make, right? Now, Max Johnson, I've never seen him play, right? But His team's top of the league. He's made multiple appearances and he's got plenty of assists, right? And he decides to play Ralston, who hasn't played for Celtic whatsoever, right? I don't necessarily think Ralston was that bad when he played over those 2 games. He wasn't great, but Ralston's never going to be great, right?
No, he was very poor in this game today.
You've got a
His
guy
possession for 2 of the goals was really poor.
but you've got a guy sitting in the bench, but who's got assist his name, and he's playing full of confidence with a team that's top of the league, and he barely gets a sniff. How?
Because
that's just one example.
Because he's got the not favouritism, but it's like he got me to a tournament. You know, Ralston was in the team when we got to Euros, so therefore he has to stay in this game, and it's the wrong way of thinking. But you can see that with a lot of the players that were selected. And that's why Ryan Christie came back in. He done well in the tournaments. He done well to get us the tournaments. So deserves to keep his place. But it's just a complete wrong way of thinking.
The thing is, you have some players as well who weren't called up this break, who have been sitting in their couches home the night thinking, I don't see how I couldn't have been in that squad. You know, and that's the thing, particularly areas like the midfield for me. And again, it's not a popular thing to say in the Rangers podcast, but Luke McCowan should be in that Scotland squad all day long. He just should. But he's not. And then he should say Dylan Lennon Miller. If you're going to bring him into the, why no? I mean, a game like today as well, when you're 3 down as well, just give him the go. On you go, sir. See what you can do. Because he'll run it, players. He'll have shots.
As a central midfielder, Connor, who's Luke McCowan replacing?
Kenny McLean.
Kenny McLean.
Maybe.
Then what you do is you put Luke McCowan where Ryan Christie was, and you put Ryan Christie back in the position where he's actually played most of the season for Bournemouth. And you actually
so you would have McCowan on before you would have Lennon Miller on the park?
No, I'm not. No, Lennon Miller should have started, but he didn't get any minutes. But Luke McCowan also deserves a call-up.
A call-up, maybe. But when you've got Billy Gilmore, what's happened there, Connor?
Oh, what a chance that was, by the way. It's poor from Portugal. It comes for a throw-in for them. The Danish attackers are at it and across it. I'm just making sure I don't make an ass of pronouncing his name. Hoylman, I think is how you say it, the number 21. He ends up picking up and has a shot for the edge of the box, and it's a whisker wide of the post. It probably takes the paint off on its way through as well. It's very close. But Portugal just having to be a bit weary because they've almost thrown a goal away there.
And there you go. See, updates. Professional from the rabble tonight. Professional.
Hey, we're trying
this is the problem that we all have, though. Regardless of the game we're watching, there's going to be players whose names we can't pronounce, and when they do something big in the game, you're in trouble.
Connor, I've got almost a starting 11 of names I can't pronounce. What do you mean?
I'm not going to lie. I've got 2 teams where I barely know who any of the players actually are. So,
you know who the French team are. Come on,
I really should have the lineups. Actually,
I've got my lineups in front of me. You know,
I've got mine.
Right. See what I mean?
All right.
And we'll just
I mean, my lineup just consists of.
For the viewers, what Martin's game is, there's his score line and the ticker across the bottom of the screen. And sporadically, we'll throw up the other scores as well as so people can keep an eye. Those of you who've got coupons on, you don't need to turn anywhere else. We'll keep you up to date.
Mbappe dances through. Oh, he's been brought down. What is it? It's a free kick, I think. Just outside the Croatia box. He's leaped into the penalty area, to be fair to him. It's some leap. He picks up the ball. There's 5 Croatia players round about him. He knocks it past
how did you miss that?
And he's brought down just
Belgium
outside the box.
That should be 1-0 Belgium. Ball gets knocked in, it's over everybody. That should be. Vanaken had an unbelievable chance there. Doku does well to get into the byline, cuts it back across. Vanaken hits it, and Lunin just gets a good save to it.
Well, we have a free kick just outside the box for France. Elise and Mbappe standing over it. The referee is Michael Oliver as well. One of England's worst.
Yeah, he is, and yet they consider him their best.
Is that the ref that says something against Arsenal?
Well, so Arsenal fans claim, aye.
But they claim everybody's against them. They're just like Liverpool.
And Newcastle.
Everybody. Free kick to be taken by Elise. Oh, what a goal! Oh, Michael Elise. What a free kick that is. Curled left-footed over the wall. Keeper stuck to his line. Doesn't move. France 1, Croatia 0.
Martin for the rabble, the new Gary Neville. What a goalgasm that was.
I will just say
Gary Neville.
as an update early on in the second half in Germany, Italy have a goal back. It's now Germany 3, Italy 1.
The pyro is going absolutely mental in whatever stadium France are playing in.
It's the Stade de France, I believe.
I'll say this, it's a lovely free kick, but it's nowhere near
taken away here.
the net. And the Croatia keeper, hold on, I've got my lineups here. The Croatia keeper has just stood there, and I don't know if it's just the way that Elise has hit the ball, but he's not moved and it's not in the corner. So
And another update for you coupon watchers, it is now Spain 1, Netherlands 1. They've also got to go back early on in the piece in the second half. So that's your current scores along the line there.
Not. No, absolutely not. We're not watching any Morocco game.
Portugal come in here. It's deflected. Oh, it's just onto the roof of the net. Big moment there for Portugal. Schmeichel was definitely beaten because he was in his arse.
Well, I can tell you the French fans are up with their flags waving, which usually means they're close to surrendering, but they're up, they're celebrating, they're having a good time as the ball comes back into the box and it's headed out, and it's all France at the moment.
Jeremy Doku on the edge here.
He gets to the line, crosses the ball into the box. Oh, and it's out for a corner. Or is the France number 5 going to keep it? And I don't know his name.
That has to be a corner. That's not a goal kick. That's a corner. How is that a free kick?
Oh, just past the post. Oh. I tell you something right now, boys. It is all France. Dembele just knocking it past the post. Mbappe's jumping about like a little kid in a sweetie shop trying to G everybody up. I can see at least one goal coming for France here. From the time I started watching this game, they have been in top. Again, I'm not sure about the goalkeeper for that free kick. So anybody who gets a chance to watch it, let me know what you think.
Wait a minute here. I've been done dirty. I'm the only game that's not got a goal in it. What's going on? I've been done dirty here. What's happening?
You're meant to be the headline game, Alex. We're asking and all that. But
the only game that's not got a goal in it, as I say that, here comes Ukraine. Ball through. And he's like,
I've updated the tick again. Realised France Croatia aren't there. But I mean, to be fair, Alex, not only that, you're the only game in the Nations League currently playing right now that doesn't have a goal, because every other game does.
I know. The only game that does, that's because game it is. Nico Rastin's controlling everything, so they can't get a goal, but they're not conceding either.
Can I also just say, Alex, it was your idea to watch the Belgium game?
Aye, it was I. It was I. And Paul, you're right. I'm getting the Scotland 2.0 here.
Oh, dear me, Denmark in there. Eriksson.
Ooh. Mbappe nearly collecting the ball in the penalty spot there. Good defending.
Oh,
from Croatia. But it is all France at the moment.
Oh.
That looks offside.
See if there's one thing Belgium can do in this game, by the way, it's take off Romelu Lukaku. He is breaking up so many attacks right now. He's doing nothing to actually get the attack going. Doku here.
By the way, can I just say, so far, in 10 minutes of this second half, Denmark have been all over Portugal. This corner comes in, and it's there. It's 1-1. Denmark level it up.
No clue.
On the night, they take the lead again on aggregate.
Not
well, maybe
like
not. Maybe not. Maybe, I don't know. The referee's been surrounded by Portuguese players, but the Danish are certainly celebrating. And
when
it does
become French? When he was
1-1. When did Elise become?
When he was born.
Well, I assume so, aye.
No, was Elise not born in London?
Was he?
Sure he was.
Well, Portugal want a foul. I'm not sure if they're going to get it, but I think VR are having a look here. It's a wonderful header.
He was, aye. Fair enough.
Christensen for Denmark with a header at the back post. Brilliant header down for the big defender. But
I'm just
I think
watching
it
it now,
was-
Connor,
it's fine.
and nobody's marking him at the back post, and I've got no idea where they're wanting a foul here.
There was a coming together.
That's never a foul in its life.
No for me. And there's a confirmation. It is given. The goal was given.
How the hell can Connor be ahead of me when I'm watching on the Fireplay official YouTube channel?
Well, I've got the scores opened on my phone, and I knew that it was 1-1 about 10 seconds before Connor said it was 1-1.
That's because you're looking at the live scores, whereas there's being a podcast man, there's a few second delay between YouTube broadcasts and coming out to you.
But not between us, not between me and you.
Not between us, no, but
you.
That's why I didn't see the goal anyway. It's 1-1 here, and it's 2-1 in aggregate. So Denmark back with their noses in front.
Oh,
and
yeah.
No more than they deserve, I've got to say. I was just seeing it before the corner. They've been all over Portugal this second half. They've come out really sprightly and in the front foot, and they deserve that level.
Ukraine have tried everything to keep this game. They're committing fouls for fun. They've got the yellow cards are just getting thrown about. But De Bruyne trying to hurry his team forward here. 57 minutes on the clock, and still it is 3-1 to Ukraine on aggregate, and that's such a wasted ball there for De Bruyne. Tries to hurry his team forward and punch it out for a goal kick.
And Croatia are making a substitution. Ivanovic is coming on, and he will replace Budimir. And
by the way, just as an interesting side story, Rasmus Christensen, who scored that goal for Denmark, that's his first goal for Denmark, and his 25th cap.
Nice achievement, that.
Yeah. I mean, he's a left back, so he's not really there to score goals. But
I will say that Budimir is still trying to make his way off the park for Croatia. I think he's waiting on the 89 bus. And by the way, I have completely forgot to change the scores.
Yes, you have. Sorry, I'll change it.
I'm going to have 18 jobs tonight, right? So,
you didn't change the scores, it just changed the formation of it.
Yeah, you just changed us rather than the scores.
I never touched that. Don't know who that was. It wasn't me.
I will say, Ukraine are just sitting back now. They're not really trying to even come forward. They're just trying to protect this lead. They've got every man behind the ball. And Belgium are just trying to knock it about, but they're not having much success.
Oh, I mean, I've got to say, the one thing Portugal do have here is they have an awfully strong bench. You get guys like Diogo Jota they can bring on to change this. Neves, Gonçalo Ramos, a great player, Palhinha, and Nelson Semedo, obviously, the more familiar names, João Felix. So they've got and João Neves, they've got the players. It's not like they're without a wealth of talent. But so far, the Danes are just,
What's that score in aggregate, Connor?
On aggregate, it's currently 2-1 to Denmark. They won 1-0 in the first leg over there, and they've now obviously got themselves back in front. But Portugal, that's some lovely, great clearance in the end, but it was some lovely one-touch pass and play there for Portugal. Maybe one pass too many as Ronaldo tried to backheel it into the path, and the Danish defender just mopping up.
I will say, I need to fight my corner here. I wasn't the host for that game, so I can't be forgetting to update the scoreline. Connor was the host of that game. He was forgetting to do it, no me.
No, I was the host.
Just past the post.
I was the host. You're the graphics man. What's happening there, man?
It's a free kick for France. It's a beautiful delivery into the box, and it is a header. It's actually went really well wide.
Well, there's a cutback. It's a terrible effort.
Very wide from Tchouaméni. But France are looking good, boys.
He's had too many chances.
Oh dear.
Connor's in here. Had to get in before he does.
France are through again, and it's a poor pass from Elise.
I will change it.
Lukaku.
Denmark has been
Oh,
misspelled.
Lukaku. That's so poor.
Good ticker.
There's so much opportunity to play a teammate in there and just does not do it.
Oh,
I'm now watching a game in the bottom corner on the tail. I've now got watching the France game and I've got this game.
it's just so I can put the France game full screen so I can try and make out the numbers in the back of the shirt so I know who's who. That's effectively what I'm doing here.
Oh, Lukaku, how have you missed that? He is about 2 yards out from goal. Corner's whipped in, knocked onto Lukaku, and he puts it wide of the post. That is unbelievable. He's literally about a yard from goal. The keeper's on the other side of the goal, getting nowhere near it, and he still puts it wide. Wow.
By the way, I've just seen there, I was having a wee check. That Spain and the Netherlands game, it was another penalty kick in that game for the Netherlands goal. Memphis Depay scored it, but 2 penalties in that one.
Can I be substituted onto another game? This is poor.
Well, again, the irony is the 2 games that Viaplay International aren't shown are 2 clashes of European powerhouses. You have to say.
Yeah, this is true. And it is still 3-1 to Germany against Italy, which keeps that 5-2 on aggregate to Germany. And as Connor said there, Spain won, Netherlands won, 3 each on aggregate. So that seems to be the game to watch.
Connor,
Viaplay aren't showing.
Denmark. It was always really because they're fairly similar. You know, they're both very, very good attacking sides, and that so I'm not surprised at all that there's been plenty of goals in the 2 legs.
Our in-house reporter Connor Gallant Pioneer is saying that Denmark are all over Portugal. Can you confirm this?
Oh, 100%. It's still very much all Denmark. Portugal, to be fair, if it 1 or 2 moments there recently, there was a ball cut back to Rafael Fernandez, who just blazed it over the bar. It has to be said, it was poor, a poor finish. But other than that, it really has been all Denmark in the second half. They themselves could easily have had 1 or 2 more.
I can say that Olivier Giroud does not look happy in the crowd.
He never does, though, does he?
Yeah. If anybody is watching the France-Croatia game, could you give me your thoughts on the France goal, the free kick, and also the pyro as well at the side of the park? It's Perisic, I think, is he coming off? No, he's not. He's just been spoken to by somebody. Don't know if he's picked up an injury or what. Is he coming back?
That is so cool.
I think he is. It's almost a great ball through, but well cut out by France.
Oh, Tilsley.
Modric is just absolutely wiped out somebody. Don't know his name. I'm going to take a guess at Rabiot or Guendouzi. One of them.
DP89 is saying that he's 40 seconds behind. It's on YouTube. What do you mean? You shouldn't be behind. You should be on the exact same second. Oh, that should be 1-0 Ukraine.
2-1 Spain. 2-1 Spain.
Spain
took the lead. Oli Sabel. Is it Oli Sabel? Oli Sabel.
Or Yazabal.
Yep, they get that guy.
Oli Sabel.
I don't know his name. He has put Spain 2-1 up, 4-3 ahead against Netherlands on aggregate, as Doué is coming on for France with Barcola coming off.
Big Bradley.
I must say, Martin, I've always enjoyed the Barcola.
Oh, there you go. See, you couldn't leave it just to me tonight.
No.
Listen, I'm in Cumbernauld. I am in the home of bars.
And how many times have you and me sat here, Alex, and said it?
Agaman! What a fucking goal! Agaman!
Every single time Connor makes a poor joke, that's getting played.
Right, well, I'm leaving then. I'm not coming back on the podcast, right? We'll be here on bloody night.
All right, with that joke, all right.
We'd be here all night.
You can start to see the frustration creeping in here for Portugal, by the way. A lot of moaning going on amongst their players about every decision right now. So I think they're just...
Do you know what I love playing that video more than anything else in the world? Everybody scrambles to turn the volume down.
like
We should put in a warning there for those who wear headphones because
Absolutely not.
It's like
Yeah,
it's a big open mark. In all honesty, like you have to scramble to turn it down in case you're in a public place. Like the fear of just pulling it down.
To be fair, I'm with them because I must admit when we were on the other day, in the background, Martin randomly played it mid conversation and I just about shot myself. To be fair, so I can sympathise.
Oh,
Any
Croatia!
game
I'll just give you
now.
an update on this. Croatia just defending for their lives, clearing when they can. It is currently all France. France are creating all the chances. Mbappe it looks as if he's going in a huff. But it's like I say, it's still 1-0 to France. France have still got all the possession, but Croatia are doing their damnedest defensively.
I'm assuming that he's referring to podcast tonight and not just one of the games.
There's your lad in the middle, right? There you go. There's your lad in the middle. What's the Soggy Bottom Boys? What's that?
Have you never seen that?
Oh, brother,
have you never seen that film?
No.
Oh, where art thou?
Brother, we're up now. It's
Oh.
Tim Blake Nelson, George Clooney. I mean the other guy's name, but it's a fantastic film.
It is one of the best films that I've ever seen. It's so good.
And to be fair, if you look like the Soggy Bottom Boys, the name of the song befits Martin. It's called "I'm a Man of Constant Sorrow."
Constant sorrow. I've seen trouble all my days.
Triple substitution.
I bid farewell to old Kentucky, the place where I was born and raised. You never seen that film? It's so good, man.
No. You're not selling it either, to be fair. Like,
how am I not selling it?
That is brilliant. Coen Brothers, yeah.
Yeah, listen, nothing really gets me singing, but "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou" gets me singing.
We are the people. You're spot on, and it's the game I picked as well. So there you go.
Portugal in here. Ronaldo cuts it back. Somehow it's blocked almost off the line. Schmeichel was caught in all sorts of trouble, but his defenders bailed him out.
And Kovacic has brought down Dembele just outside the box again. This time it's a little bit more to the right of the box. So France have another free kick.
Is it Elise territory again? That do you think? Could they have another whack?
I don't think it's one you can. It's a wee bit just to the right of the box. I don't know if it's one you can go for goal, but it's set up perfectly for a good cross into the box. So we shall see what happens. Yeah, I don't know if this is a go for goal, but it's coming into the box. It's nearly an own goal. Oh, it's actually really good defending. To be fair, it's a brilliant ball into the box. And how come you can never find the number you're looking for? When you're trying to say who's cleared that. But France taking.
Oh, it's a goal! And it's a goal for Belgium. Oh, it's 1-0. Good bit of play in the middle there, and it's the substitute that gets his name on the sheet, Maxime de Kuiper. And it's Belgium 1, Ukraine 0. 3-2 in aggregate to Ukraine.
Game on again there then.
Definitely.
How did the goal come about, Alex?
And he just first times it into the corner. What a goal.
I mean, you would have had to have thought, Alex, that Belgium at some point we're going to have to, because with 2 goals down.
There was so much wasted play. They were just hitting the long balls over the top and it wasn't doing anything. But the Kuiper's literally been on the pitch for 20 seconds, 30 seconds, and he's already scored. Unbelievable.
I will just say as well that in the midst of all the goings on, there was 2 changes for one for Portugal, one for Denmark. Rafael Leao went off. Diogo Jota came on, and Skov Olsen came on for Lindstrom for the Danes. And Jota doing what Jota does, just threw himself to the ground 2 minutes ago.
Could we get an update, actually, Alex, on Nico Raskin's performance?
He's actually played pretty well. He is playing that holding role, but he's played pretty well in that role. Not put a foot wrong, in all honesty. Few opportunities he's got to pass forward, but with the amount of the ball that Belgium have had, he's actually not had to do very much. But he has seen a lot of the ball when the ball's in the middle. They'll try to find him. Here comes Nico Raskin again. Good ball out wide. I will say he's trying to find himself going forward a lot more. I think he's been deployed in the holding role, but doing it well. He's almost playing as a centre-half.
Oh, Portugal could be in here. They are. It's 2-1 to Portugal. 2-2 in aggregate. Cristiano Ronaldo, the man that gets it. It's an incredibly fortunate goal, I have to say. The way it breaks into the path of Ronaldo. The Danes not happy. I have just spied as well, by the way, that Italy have another goal back at Germany. But this goal, it really comes out almost nowhere. It's a decent shot off the post, and then it hits Schmeichel just sort of in the back of his arm. And 9 times out of 10, that goes out for a corner. But instead, it's somehow rolled sideways into the path of Ronaldo, who runs on it. And to be fair to him, he's actually finished that brilliantly on the tight angle there. Just nicks it above Schmeichel, and Portugal back level in aggregate in the tie, leading 2-1 on the night.
Well, it was a question that I asked earlier, Connor. Does Ronaldo still offer much to Portugal?
To be fair, that's really the first proper. I mean, in the first half, his penalty was poor, and then he missed a head at the back post. That's the first thing he's offered since then, to be fair. But he's still got that pace about him. He's still sharp and in the right place at the right time there to take advantage. So you can't argue with that. Although the Danes will, and especially Kasper Schmeichel, will question how that managed to go into his path with the way it ricocheted off him. I
will also just share with everybody, because I'm an open and honest kind of guy, that the lineups that I was looking at were from 2013. So it wasn't quite the correct lineups that I was looking at, which is why I couldn't find anybody's number.
And that's why we're ripping into Ian Thompson about, that's a great save from Lennon.
Mbappe just by the post.
That should be 2-0. That's a great effort from Vanaken.
I will just say in this game as well, in the wake of that goal for Portugal, Denmark have made a change. They've taken Rasmus Højlund off, and Bjereth comes on to replace him up top.
Is that the boy from Monaco?
Yes, aye. The very man. Just getting the ticker updated. There we go. Bosh. I mean, I do have to say that goal is such against the run of play, Martin. It really is, because Denmark have been in charge of the second half, but that's the quality Portugal have got.
Martin's wondering why they weren't bringing an Elka on. I know I was confused there.
What a minute! They get David Trezeguet in the bench.
I was looking at the wrong lineups, man. Unbelievable.
Portugal are forcing the issue here, and again it comes, but the referee's giving the free kick Denmark's way. A soft one, that, I've got to say.
Livakovic, the Croatian goalkeeper, has been yellow carded for time wasting. I will say that's now 5 Croatia players on a yellow card.
5?
I thought it was quite funny, right? Martin said that Olivier Giroud wasn't looking too happy, but he doesn't even play for France. And nobody picked up on it.
No, he wasn't. He was not. He was in the stands. He wasn't on the team. As France have a corner.
Good ball. Doku into De Bruyne.
I will say, Martin, when you look at the scores and the aggregate scores as well.
It's in! What a goal from Romelu Lukaku! What a finish that is! What a finish that is! Unbelievable. Just comes in, hits a scissors kick. What a goal from Romelu Lukaku. Belgium 2, Ukraine 0, and that is 3 each on aggregate.
Well, I was just in the middle of saying as well, there's a few games look like they could be heading to extra time tonight. That looks like could be one of them now as well. With 15 minutes to go here. This one's also in
because he does push the Ukraine boy out his way, but he stays on his feet. And I think this goal will stand. But what a ball that is from Kevin De Bruyne. And he just swipes at it with a scissor kick. Lunin doesn't even move.
Well, I tell you what, Alex has been screaming out for a goal for ages, Martin, and much like the buses when you were driving them, 2 come along at once.
There's a very good reason.
Just as I say that, there's been a goal here as well. Denmark have levelled it up in the night again to go back in front 3-2 on aggregate.
Martin, you said there's been a goal. Martin was like, I've to update the graphic again. Come on.
I'm updating the ticker here as well, don't worry. Well, I did say that Denmark had been in charge of the second half and they conceded against the run of play. Bit of fortune for Portugal's goal, and it's Christian Eriksen who gets the Denmark goal here. It is really poor. The Portugal defender just lets it ricochet off it, and then a lovely ball square across the 6-yard box, and Eriksen tapping. He'll no score an easier goal. I'll tell you that right now. And it was Portugal 2, Denmark 2 on the right, 3-2 in aggregate Denmark. Denmark now back in pole position to get into the semi-finals.
I've got to say fair play to Denmark because they never come across as, you know, one of the best teams kicking about with the best players, but they seem to be over the last kind of 10, 12 years kind of outplayed or done better than what we expect them.
Absolutely. I will say though, Martin, that if you're a Man United fan, that's no goal you want to see because it's Diogo Dalot who's absolutely sold the jerseys with. It's poor attempt at a clearance and he's had it nipped straight off his toe by Vestergaard, and then it's, as I say, popped in for Eriksen. But
all in here for Ukraine. Oh, and he's ballooned it. I will say, we had the people 90 saying I'm well behind. Remember, YouTube is behind, so you're about 20 seconds behind. So there is also that as well. But that is a massive opportunity for Ukraine, but just gets all the way under it and it goes sailing over the bar.
This France-Croatia game's kind of stalled a wee bit in terms of, you know, Croatia are just making it very stuffy and difficult for France, and France seem to be struggling to find a way to try and break Croatia down. It's still 1-0 to France. It's still 2-1 in aggregate to Croatia. And it's just been a bit of a stuffy game.
And speaking of games that could be going to extra time, Spain-Netherlands is now 2-2. A goal for the Dutch, Matson with a goal. These are all going to extra time right now. Apart from my game, thanks.
It's a goal! It's a goal! It's 2-0 to France. It's 2-0 to France. Dembele with the goal. It's a lovely play on the right-hand side. Gets to the byline. It's cut back into the centre of the box. And Dembele, low, powerful shot into the corner of the net. And it is France 2, Croatia 0.
These games are getting goals now, boys. We're getting goals now.
Where was that in aggregate? So there's another one heading to extra time. Strap in, folks. I mean, and I've updated the ticker. Martin's updated the scoreboards. We're all up to date.
Aye, boys. We'll get 90 minutes out of this. We're all going to extra time now.
It's Michael Elise in the right hand side of the box, nearly at the byline, cuts it back.
Oh, well done, Raskin. What out that is.
And I think it might take a slight deflection off a Croatia player. It certainly goes through his legs, and there's no chance for the goalkeeper. France have deserved it. They've been by far the better team. France 2, Croatia 0, 2 each in aggregate.
There's a compliment from Martin. Apparently, he sounded like Chris Boyd there, or Boyd. But
well, that's not how he spells his first name. So,
or his second name.
I know. I love how the fact you took it. That's not how he spells his first name.
I've also got my missus shouting at me for the next room because she's trying to watch your telly.
Come through, just turn off your computer. That's enough for you.
Kovacic has been taken off now for Croatia, and Jakic has been brought on. And I think they're making another sub as well. Are they? They're making 2 subs. Modric is off. They have took Modric off, and Moro is on for Croatia.
Ooh. Republic of Ireland have levelled things up against Bulgaria. Evan Ferguson gets the goal for them. I tell you what, this is a very good night for those people who like to put the over and under goal predictions on, because most of the games have got at least 3.5 goals in them.
Yeah. Martin, just shout through, do you know who I am? I know exactly what our answer would be. Do
you know where you're sleeping?
I'm not. By the way, Alex, do you want to answer that question for Aldo? How good has Raskin been? And if we can, and we like to try this as much as we can, take the blue tinted specs off.
No, he's actually been very, very good. He's had a good few opportunities where Ukraine have been on the break. I think he's done it, I'd say 2 or 3 times. They've been on the break and he's actually cut it out. And he's managed to get the ball stop the attack. Not so much in the department of going forward, have to say, but he's doing his job and just breaking the play up and giving it to one of the boys in front of him just to carry it forward. For a player that's been on a yellow card since the 4th minute, he's not put a foot wrong since.
And that was a ridiculous yellow card.
That was.
I can tell you right now that my missus makes significantly more money than me.
Do you know what she does? She just hands up a photo of Connor. Do you know who he is? He's on the rabble.
The only reason I can financially afford to do the rabble is because of my missus. So if she tells me to shut up, I'm shutting up.
Right, boys, that's my bedtime. Mrs. Tell me I've got my bed. See you later.
He's played it. Oh, it's too late to play the ball through to Mbappe there.
Oh, how has he done that?
Explain, Connor. Explain.
Well, I mean, an absolute perler of a ball, has to be said, just pinged into the area. And somehow, Jota, I believe it is, has managed to go for the diving header. And as he's made the contact with it, he's turned his head almost too early and it's just smacked him in the face and rolled out for a throw into Denmark. Rolled safe, but I don't even know how he's managed to do it because it looked like he timed it perfectly and the ball was brilliant, but he's made an absolute mess of it.
I will say, Ukraine are looking like they're hunting for extra time here as Nico drives forward. And take them off. That's a very poor ball.
What will happen is, as things stand, Portugal will be in Scotland's World Cup qualifying group. So as it stands, Scotland's World Cup qualifying group will be Scotland, Belarus, Greece, and Portugal. That is as things stand. But in terms of the Nations League positions, Portugal stay in Group A. But we'll be facing them. So Ronaldo will get his second trip to Hampden all over again. As it stands, there's still 7 minutes though, so Portugal have asked 1 or 2 questions.
And you've got to say fair play to Denmark for having some answers.
Oh, absolutely. Denmark have been fantastic. They dominated this second half. They haven't let the heads go down with the fact that Portugal, twice have scored and scored against the run of play in the second half. They've kept going. And to respond the way they did, to put themselves back in front so quickly, absolutely fair play to them. And to be honest with you, Martin, the evidence of this, I think I'd rather play Portugal than Denmark because Denmark look a real good, just a unit, a proper side.
I want to say it's quite funny. Lewis in our group chats, is everybody watching the Belgium game? No, we're not just doing a watch along for it. We're all sitting here.
We're alive.
Watching that, we're all sitting in the chat watching away. But Belgium are still coming forward here, but Ukraine just look like they're playing for extra time. They're not really doing much to go forward.
Another free kick to France.
Did he look as if they'd have the legs in them for extra time, Alex? Like, would it actually suit them?
No, it doesn't suit them at all. But the way that Belgium are playing, they're just, every time they get the ball, they're shutting them down.
I don't know so much if that's a free kick myself, but France take it into the box and it's cleared away by Croatia. It's out for another corner to France. France are putting the pressure on here. And they're trying to do everything quickly as well. Deschamps is at them to go. None of this fanning about. I
will agree with the sniper butt when he's saying that Raskin's having an outstanding game and he's looking very comfortable. He is, because he's doing his job here that a lot of players are going forward. He's been the man to break everything up and actually not charge forward at all.
Thank you very much, Patch, Thomas. That's very, very kind of you. Listen, if you guys like this sort of thing, then we are happy to try and bring it to you as and when we can. Absolutely.
Great ball, especially during the international breaks.
Yeah, I must say I've fair enjoyed this a lot more.
Oh, it's 3-0! Romelu Lukaku on the spin, and it is Belgium 3, Ukraine 0. What a goal that was, by the way. He just managed to spin the defender, and away he went. What an assist that is.
Oh, it's 3-2 Portugal. What's a goal that is? Oh, that is a spectacular finish. I mean,
it was nearly 3-0 France.
Great finish there from Romelu Lukaku from saying that he should be taken off because he's not really done much. Unbelievable.
It's Trincao who's the late substitute that came on for Darlow a few minutes ago. The cross is put in the box. It's a looping cross. Now Schmeichel's got to come out and deal with it, and he thinks he's got two hands to punched it away, but it falls to the edge of the box, and Trincao, first time in the half volley, absolutely smashes us into the bottom bag. It's a peachy goal. It's 3-2 in the night. It's 3-3 in aggregate, and all of a sudden, game back on. We're heading for extra time.
All of a sudden, I could go to my bed at 3-0 because my game's finishing on the 90th minute. There we go. Done.
It's some comeback for Belgium.
Oh, they've been unbelievable this second half. They've actually started to get the ball moving. And I think, as Connor pointed out, Ukraine have just lost the legs. They've done a lot of defending, and some very good slip passing from Belgium has just undone them here.
You couldn't write that though, could you? The last two goals in me and Alex's game has happened at the exact same time.
Exactly. That's why. Where's the comment there? I just seen it. Connor cannot be undone. Not to be undone. But now,
to be fair, I would urge anybody go and seek out after this, of course, some highlights just to see that goal, because that is some finish for Trincao.
I will say that now Belgium have got the third. It's now their turn to sit back. They're giving a bit more of the ball to Ukraine. Now they've got themselves in front, but here come Ukraine with a long ball. Keeper has to come for that. He's not. Oh. I think he gets all the ball, but he clears the man out. But a throw in right in the byline here for Ukraine. I think they're going to take a long throw.
That's a free kick here for Denmark. It looked a soft one, I must admit, but free kick
Also,
given.
For Ukraine. Who's he like? Is coming. Yarmolenko, former West Ham man, is coming on.
And I'll just say, well, you're quiet. It's still all France, but Croatia doing very well defensively. France did have a chance about 5 minutes ago, across into the box, and a header just wide. But apart from that, Croatia are defending as manfully as they can. It's just coming on to the 90th minute, so we'll wait and see how much added time there is. But if this goes to extra time, I fear for Croatia as well, because they must be absolutely knackered for the defending.
Nico's coming off, is he? Yes, Nico's been subbed off. 89 minutes on the clock, and his game is done, but he has had a fantastic game.
Your game finishes and ours go to extra time, which looks like, well, we'll need to get you switched to Spain and the Netherlands then, because that's got extra time and all.
They are indeed. They're singing na 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 Nico Raskin. But he comes off to a standing ovation.
5 minutes of added on time here.
I mean, do you know what's impressed me about this as well? What you are talking about the tired legs in your game. Both these sides, both Portugal and Denmark, do not look tired at all. They've made a few changes, which has freshened it up, but both are still, it's a ferocious pace that's still going on in this game this late.
For the fact that he only got called up midweek to get a couple of minutes, I think he got 15 minutes or so, to then get 89 minutes. He's had an absolutely unbelievable game, Nico Raskin. I think after the performance in this game, he probably will become a bit of a Belgian mainstay in that midfield.
No wonder they're knackered, Martin. They've been playing since 2013.
Oh, I love it.
And even Croatia are on the ball now, and they can't get anything going forward at all.
No, the board's just gone up. 4 minutes added time between Portugal and Denmark.
Raskin, man of the match, Smoke's asking Alex.
I think it'll go to Lukaku. He's always had the 2 goals, isn't he? He'll probably get man of the match for scoring 2. But
you know what I was watching the other night? Batman. Batman Returns, or Batman, the one that had Harvey Dent in it. And I was just thinking, you look a wee bit like that the new Alex, because we only see half your face.
Go side to side here.
I mean, we're saying about extra time here, but Denmark might have something to say about that yet. They just broke forward there. I'm tired of this effort blocked and it goes for a corner kick, but Denmark with a chance here.
Smoke, is right that he has been honking. I will say, but you get 2 goals that gives your side the lead. You're always going to get man of the match, aren't you?
Well, here's an interesting change then. Given the fact we might go to extra time here, Portugal making the sub, Gonçalo Ramos coming on for Cristiano Ronaldo.
That makes
So
sense.
this extra time, Ronaldo's
do
right is done.
time anymore. Because you know how much pressure's on him in that Saudi league.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, see if you were getting £2 million a week, you'd be wanting brought off in the 90th minute, wouldn't you?
Exactly, Martin, right? Charles has got my back here. Can't see it touch when Connor blends him in the background. Looks like he's made the right angles.
I know, I don't know why Connor continues with that brick wall without a green screen.
Because he doesn't want to reveal the chair. He's like, I can't take any more abuse for this chair, so I'll just put up my brick wall. That's even worse. Now he's in trenches.
I'm in trenches now.
That's just Trev's loft. I really wish you wouldn't have that picture of me, Connor. It's quite off-putting. As France go for one last attack, it's Elise on the right, passes it back, it's crossed into the box, and it's just over a bar. What's the referee gave here? He's gave a free kick to Croatia.
Oh, tell you what, Denmark pressing the issue here in the late goal. It's another corner kick. 2.5 minutes into the 4 added on. Probably another 20-30 seconds thereafter because of the sub. But if there's going to be a winner before extra time, it looks like it'll be Denmark.
Apparently Ronaldo's taken off because he's got an injury.
Nah, it didn't look like an injury to me.
Do you know what I heard? That he insured every single part of his body. No jokes. I heard that he insured every part of his body. Aye.
Every part?
Mm-hmm.
One comes a corner. Oh, it's just Eddie Quay's edge of the box. It's a chance for Denmark. Oh! Just squirms its way past the post. Portugal got on with it quickly. They're not hanging about either.
Oh, that's a bad challenge.
Italy have just made it 4-3, by the way.
Portugal.
So it's now 5-4.
There's the chance. Oh! Just over the bar. Sorry, Alex. A late flurry activity here.
Yeah.
Hey, what match that is? 3-3 at Germany, Italy, 5-4 in the night.
Yeah, but it's literally the last 15 seconds in that game. And it looks like Germany will win. What was it, 5-4 in aggregate? Yeah.
5-4 in aggregate, aye.
My game is done. There we go. Belgium win 3-0.
And also,
we're done here as well in France. It has finished. France 2, Croatia 0. 2-2 on aggregate, so extra time here.
Ireland have turned it around against Bulgaria to be 2-1 in front, so they are going to stay where they are. Well, we're past the added time here, just waiting for this referee's discretion at the moment. And there goes the full-time whistle. We are going to extra time in Portugal as well. Right, Alex, if you can find Spain and the Netherlands in the next couple of minutes, then you can watch an extra time game as well.
Is that the other game, is it? Spain, Netherlands?
That's the other one that's going to extra time at the moment, aye.
Is that on the Fireplay channel?
I've not seen.
No, it's not.
Oh, I'll just need to get a Fire Stick up. I'll just join one of your games.
I just forgot. You just tell me that. What game am I looking for? Spain, Netherlands, right? I totally forgot what you said there. I was just like, aye, that's fine. And then just like, wait, what am I looking for? Right, wait, I'll get that. I'll try and get that game when I go.
Right,
don't shake
it. I have to say, what a game this has been. I have absolutely enjoyed this from start to finish. Because see the pace has been played. It's not slowed down a bit. For minute one, it's been brilliant.
Well, give us an overview of the game then, Connor, just while I'm doing graphics, so it doesn't look like one of us are talking.
It's been, you always have the cliches about games of 2 halves. This hasn't even been that. This has been a game of just different periods for each side. A frantic pace has been end to end. I mean, the chances for both sides. It's not even an exaggeration. It could be 4 each, this game, with the chances they've had. I mean, fair play and all credit to Portugal for hanging in there because they looked like they were probably, staring down the barrel of going out twice, and they've managed to pick themselves up twice. Trincão's goal, picking a bunch, it's some finish. To take that first time is just, it's brilliant. Schmeichel has some questions to answer about that. I have to say, I think he's got to get a stronger hand to it and get it clearer, or try and come and catch it. But both these teams, people will say the Nations League and it doesn't matter, but this is a quarter final, and you can tell both these teams want to win this match. It matters to both of these teams, and it's been played like that. I worry for Scotland having to play either of these in a World Cup qualifying group, I must admit, because they're both top notch. But yeah, I just think, for me, when I look at the scores across in the other games, some of them look brilliant, but this, game of the night. What about France and Croatia, Martin? Any way back for Croatia in extra time, do you reckon?
It's going to be extremely difficult. France had all the ball, done all the attacking, and Croatia didn't really have much of an answer, although they defended with their lives, basically. I seen the last 5 minutes of the first half and all the second half, and it was just all France. Just absolutely all France. Croatia's goalkeeper getting booked for time wasting. France, albeit, by the way, they created some decent opportunities, not hundreds, but I just don't know if Croatia have got the energy in this extra time. I think it's just that the game's going to carry on the way it went. The best I think Croatia can hope for is penalties, and I think that's exactly what they'll play for. But half an hour is a long time in football. So,
yeah. To answer your question, Bob McBob, that game's actually finished because in aggregate, Germany have won 5-4. Geez, what a scoreline over 2 legs that is. Fair play Italy, because they were 3-0 down at half time for what I've seen, and then they managed to get back to 3-3. So, a big effort, but
a late penalty.
Yeah, and currently, Mark, as I say, I'm watching Portugal, Denmark, extra time. Martin's in France, Croatia. He's not in France, but he's watching it. And I think
could be in El Francais. El Francais? It's not La Francais, isn't it? No, I'm not in France. I'm not in France. You know how good that is.
I think Alex is currently hunting for his game.
Nothing. I'm watching this game. Don't you worry.
And Alex is it with Spain and the Netherlands. So there you go. You're cut all 3 extra times. You're covered for.
Just managed to find it on YouTube, but it was just sitting there, like no dodginess required.
Yes, of course, absolutely.
I would say that they might have their fair, or channels might be doing that. That's a fair shout, to be fair.
That was not sarcasm at all from Alex.
No, not at all.
And we're about to get back underway here in the first half of extra time as the France fans are going off their nut, waving their flags, which I said earlier, I still claim that means we surrender. But
are you underway, Alex, for extra time in your game?
I am at the... that's going to be a free kick. I'm at the 92nd minute.
That's going to be a free kick. I'm underway.
And we're underway here as well for extra time.
Yeah, we're underway as well. France, Croatia.
How are you just underway? I'm 2.5 minutes in already.
But I think that game's finished.
You're watching it on a better YouTube stream, Alex.
Must be. That Pedro Porro coming on for Spain.
So how many of these games are going to penalties then, lads?
I think France are going to score.
I think the way Spain are playing in this game so far, from what I've seen, they're very attacking, but that's got to be a free kick to Netherlands. Netherlands have got this crazy attack going forward, but I think when
against Portugal in again. Rebounds back. Portugal 4-2 up on the night. Early goal in the extra time. 4-3 now on aggregate for Portugal. Again, Denmark. I mean, Kasper Schmeichel's got trampolines in his horn. The ball just bouncing off him. He's not able to keep a grip on it. And, well, I mean, again, it's a decent effort, the first one that he saves. No doubt about it. But he should do better. Instead, he just palms it off straight into the path. And it's that man, once again, the man that levelled it up. It's Trincão who puts Portugal in the box seat now. And this one, Schmeichel shakes his head, but, I mean, it's all his fault, really. Good effort. I mean, Gonzalo Ramos hits the shot right on the turn, and it's the way he saves it. He's got to be taking it around the post. He just palms it back into an area, and Trincão's there. I mean, it's a lovely finish. The way it comes back to him, and he just takes it first time, slots it in the corner. But Michael, dear me, that's poor goalkeeping for him again. Martin's on mute.
Yellow card. There's a red. He's done.
All right, can I go out my bed now? The way that game's went, Connor, but you wouldn't be surprised if there was more goals.
Oh, there's definitely more goals in this the way it's went. Unless I've just cursed it, of course. But no, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Listen, 4-2 on the night, but it's 4-3 in aggregate. You know, it's the first time across both legs that Portugal have been in front. Denmark won't give up on it. You know, another goal they level it back up again, so it's all to play for.
Has anybody looked like the legs are going, Connor, or are they still both very much up for it?
No, they're still both looking up for it. I think there was a wee bit of tiredness in the Danish defence there in terms of the reaction, because when Schmeichel palms it into the area, I mean, Trincão was the first to get there, and he is a fresher man having come on, but certainly the attacking areas both are, you know, still going at the pace as if it's the first minute. And to be fair, that goal arguably been coming for Portugal the last 5 minutes of normal time. Portugal were pressing, and it was just those wee 2 minutes in added time where Denmark had a couple of corners, but incredible.
And I will say, Croatia they were breaking forward. They'd managed to get in behind. It was a really poor pass. France pick up the ball, break up the park, and get a free kick. That has been the story of the game for Croatia. That was the first time I'd seen them get themselves into a half-decent position, and it's just a sloppy pass. France pick up the ball again, get a free kick, and now they're back on the attack.
Here comes Spain again. Great ball out to Nico Williams. Oh, that's such a poor touch. And I think Jeremy Frimpong just muscles him out of play, but showing how quick he is just to get down that byline there, but his touch just took it away from him. But that was a good foot race there. This has been a great night of Rabble content. That's good to hear, Sniper. That's good to hear. Martin's just sat in the corner doing the graphics and then getting himself a red card.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. It's taken. Oh, Mbappe. You'd think, I know. Tell me about it, Ducks. You would think a man of his quality. It's a free kick taken early. It's a long floated ball into the box. It's a great ball. It falls really kindly for Mbappe. He does take it first time. It's a harder skill to take, but a man of his quality in behind, he's got to find the back of the net or at least get it on target there, and he knocks it well over the bar.
Was that a similar position to the Champions League game where it just came over the top and he just has to hit it rather than waiting for the bounce?
I've got no idea why you're asking me to remember something that happened more than 2 days ago.
I mean, I know. Come on, Alex. Martin can't even remember what he had for his breakfast.
I genuinely can't.
You probably didn't have anything, and that's why I can't remember.
That's very true. It's very, very true. As France get the opportunity here, he's just messing about with it. He's no hitting it. Oh, what a save! Breaks back out. Oh, and the defender blocks it. I know, Doug's. France are all over them. What did you think?
Denmark corner kick here. They're trying to just apply the pressure and get themselves back level on this.
Tell you, France are all over them. I can feel a France goal coming.
I mean, he must have had a great game tonight, Martin.
Corner floated in. Oh, what a save! Is the Doug go absolutely mental?
I don't know who's getting more animated here, Martin or the Doug.
Is it based?
It was a long-range strike, but if to be fair, the Croatia keeper has got it. I mean, he's done well to save it, but it's a save you would expect him to make. That's why the Dogs are going mental. They're like, what are you talking about? It was a typical save. No, see, my wee Doug Archie, he loves the football. He gets super excited about the football.
It's not thinks he's gone for a walk because you keep bouncing to come off your seat. So
it's like, say that walk out loud, by the way. Come on now.
You have Archie and Teddy all there, Martin, in a minute.
They're now both surrounding me and staring at me, and you think I'm joking?
What?
Like, oh, you get up
Going
your
for a
ass.
walk? Going for a wee Hawkins isn't son, aye?
Aye, I'll come to your house and walk you right now.
That's a bit of a weird comment, is it not?
I don't know what that means.
Where you walk me to? The chippy? Or, I mean...
I will say I can't make any comments, to be fair, Charles, you're right.
Right, back.
What's going on here? Jeremy Frimpong down on the shoulder.
Oh, that's terrible officiating, that. Absolute nonsense. Well, there's a bit of a... Yeah, it's not even a coming together, right? Denmark defending the Portugal player. Portugal attacker just runs into the back of Christensen, and all Christensen does is one of those things where he's at his back, he just sort of fobs him off, as you do. And then he's pinged a great ball through. But the referee decides at that point to bring it back for a foul to Portugal when he's let it go. I mean, it's not even a foul. He's just stood his ground.
Nah, it's just wasting it a wee bit then.
Yeah, absolutely.
I will say that this has got a lot more for Spain than it does Netherlands, though. Just a lot more attack and controlling the ball a lot more. Bringing on Brian Brobby as well.
Who?
Make sure you don't miss.
Brian Brobby plays for, I think it's PSV, I want to say.
Brian Brobby, I tell you what, try saying that 5 times really quick when you're drunk.
I can hardly say it now, never been drunk.
Services.
Mr. Brobby.
And that's Dembele came off now, and Kolo Muani has come on the park.
A change here for Portugal. Ruben Neves goes off, and Vitinha coming on.
And so just somebody like in the background here going, right, you can't make a sub to now, right? All three you make a sub. One after the other went, there's a sub. I know, there's a sub.
Because what happens is all these coaches now, they've got iPads in the touchline, so they're obviously watching the rabble.
Croatia there, just some nice passing, get into the box, and the French defender came across and cleared it. But that's a couple of times now Croatia have got themselves forward. They're getting on the ball more. They're playing some nice passing. They're taking the sting out of the game. France are tiring slightly. So this may not be going the way that I thought it was going to go.
Leo, I mean, I've been wearing this top all right, and only now are you taking issue with it. Listen, I've started, so I'll finish. So this top stays. I'm not changing for the last 20 minutes. Also, I might get us cancelled if I get an Ipswich rival in.
Yes, you would get us cancelled.
Oh, just.
I've put the dogs out the back, Charles. So
the dogs haven't got to hear it. They might still hear it.
Listen, I think if I shout anything, I'm going to be put outside. So we'll just watch what we're doing, right? Bit of pressure here from Netherlands, but Nico Williams just keeping the ball going. He is so unbelievably quick for Spain, by the way. He just busts away. Great ball over the top, though. Yamal. Oh, what a goal for Lamine Yamal. What a finish that is, by the way. Unbelievable. Spain 3, Netherlands 2. See just the composure of that there, by the way. He just cut inside, took a touch, and bang, hit it in the far corner. What a goal. Nothing the Netherlands goalkeeper could do there at all. Great, great goal. This boy is something else. What is he, 17? Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Oh, it was a great chance there for France as well. Theo Hernandez on the left-hand side gets to the byline, cuts the ball into the box. The French forward, rather than hit it, steps over it, thinking there's somebody behind them, and it just goes into the path of a Croatia player. Great chance for France.
Is he? I think he might be offside. Yamal here. It's going to be very tight.
Well, don't do that. I've just updated the ticket here. I don't have to be making changes to the video printer already.
I think he does look like he's gone just a wee bit too quick there, but VAR are obviously get involved here.
I've got to say the pace in this one's slowed down just a wee bit since that Portugal goal. Denmark are trying to press the issue, but not having an awful lot of joy. And we're about 2.5 minutes plus any stoppage time away from half time and extra time.
George asks, what's that on the wall behind you, Connor? It looks very official. And then Singing the Blues answered it for you. It's his Rabble, do you know who I am certificate.
It's a Newcastle thing. It's actually that can't even get my finger right. That there is a piece of the St James's Park turf. And
that's not what you want to hear often, by the way. I can't get that finger right.
That's the authenticity certificate that comes along with it, and a wee bit of history of St James's Park as well.
Aye, William, I've seen it been given. I would have commentary, but I've turned it right down.
It's been given. You're supposed to tell us that, Alex.
It's in the comments. It's been given. What do you mean?
No, but it doesn't matter. It's in the comments. You don't see Paul Merson in Soccer Saturday. Paul, why did you not tell us about that goal? Fuck it, you already do. It's in the comments.
What comments do they have on Soccer Saturday? They're not even... Like, calm down.
Listen, much like Paul Merson, you have also lost a tooth live on here.
I have indeed, aye. Leave my teeth alone, right?
This game's, you said that a minute ago, Connor, this game's exactly the same. It's just slowed right down. No team really going for it. And when it's came down to that, and it's about who can keep the ball better, Croatia actually look decent as they give the ball away. But they've got it back. But yeah, it's just slowed right down.
Aye, William, listen, when I was watching that Belgium game, I didn't think that was happening some amount of goals. I thought it was going to be the only game to know. I'm not even reading Sniper's comment after that. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Oh, that's a wee bit loose out wide, but he's got it.
Oh, I think they've just done themselves a bit rotten there because he's tried to play the ball in, and all he's done is giving it back to Spain, man. Out wide for Yamal again.
And
Yamal again. Oh, what a block that is. That should be 4-2 to Spain.
Oh, Portugal are in here. It's Diogo Jota. He's one on Roman Schmeichel. It's Jota. He goes round the keeper. He's a wide angle, but he's finished it all off. It's 5-2 Portugal on the night. With 5-3 in aggregate. Or is it? In fact,
Portugal have just turned up a wee bit, haven't they?
The referee has blown the whistle for something. Well, it can't be for offside because he didn't look at it. I need to see it back.
Right, it's offside, aye. They've given offside.
It's by no means a foul either. Let's have a look. Oh, yeah, he's I tell you, he's very lucky there, Denmark. He is off fractionally, but it's not even. It's one of those ones. His trailing leg is stood right on the halfway line. So he's inches away from being in his own half anyway. But yeah, offside flags up. It remains Portugal 4, Denmark 2, and 4-3 in aggregate. So Denmark's still in the tie. And I've got to be honest, when Jota skipped past Schmeichel, I thought he had gone far too wide, but he managed to pivot. But unfortunately for him, it didn't count. Schmeichel, though, is down at the moment. Looks like he's a wee bit uncomfortable.
Spain are just gonna. I think they're just gonna hold on at this point. There's not been much for Netherlands to cheer about, but we are at half time, just getting another wee team talk.
I mean, I'll tell you what.
Not quite at half time yet in the France game, about 20 seconds to go, but not a lot happening.
Could be a blow for Celtic if Schmeichel stays down. Albeit Scott Bain will be licking his lips. But
licking whose lips?
Well, I mean, the cameras aren't on Schmeichel right now, but he was down receiving treatment, having a few issues. Looked like he might have strained himself a bit, and obviously if he's injured, then Scott Bain's in for Celtic, isn't he?
Half time, France.
Yeah, Schmeichel's back up. He's limping a wee bit, but he is back on his feet. 2 minutes has been added on here, by the way, but because of this injury, but there's probably 3 or 4 minutes to go because there was 2 minutes left when that effort was ruled out.
Yep. So half time is still France 2, Croatia 0-2-2 on aggregate. Michael Elise been given a big hug by Didier Deschamps. He has been probably France's best player in this
That's
game.
a question, Martin. What are your thoughts on that France top? I quite like it, I must admit. I think it looks quite
I'm
nice.
not a football top kind of guy, and I'm not a fashionista either. I mean, it's nice.
Do you know, just like it looks a bit, I'm just seeing because the colours get the red and white. It reminds me a bit of the 09-10 Rangers home kit, with that wee triangular red and white collar.
I mean, yeah, it's a top.
Oh, good clearance there for Ruben Diaz, and it'll go for a corner, much like at the end of regulation time, the end of this first half of extra time, Denmark with a corner kick. Yeah, I agree, Sniper, I enjoy it. Martin's away to take the Dugs a walk.
And Albert, you're 100% right. It definitely is Nico Williams. You want injured.
His header saved. Sorry, Alex.
No, I was just saying we want Nico Williams injured.
That would be lovely. I take that all day long.
Spain here, break again here. Ball to Nico Williams. Spain are just doing everything here, Connor, just to slow this game right down. They know that they've got the game won. We've just started the second half extra time, but they know they've got the game won. There's not much in the way of closing down from Netherlands, so they're just passing along that back line. They're not having to do very much.
Joachim Andersen has just received a booking for Denmark. Yeah, I mean, Spain are, you've got to remember, Spain are also European champions. Won that last year. By the way, I said that for the World War. I fancied Spain in that, and they done it.
Didn't they?
You'd have to think that they'll be one of the favourites for the World Cup as well. I mean, Lamine Yamal, he's a superstar, Alex, in the making. Him. What a play. I mean, I don't know if you've seen his goal for Barca the other week against Benfica as well. Right. That was something else.
He basically scored that exact goal tonight, by the way, for the
All right.
Cup. He pretty much exact same goal. So I think that he's got all the talent. And Spain, they went through that little period there of like not having much talent, Connor, and not much to rely on. Now they've got all the young. There's like all these young boys just coming through, and bloody hell, there's some talent that you're gonna have to watch them now.
Well, half time and extra time, and the Portugal Denmark game, the whistle's just gone.
On for France.
Schmeichel really looks uncomfortable, I've got to say. He's limped his way off the park there. For Denmark, though, they've got to throw everything at it in the second half here, I feel.
Do you think they'll substitute their goalkeeper?
I think.
Oh, that could be a penalty, and it is. It's a penalty to the Netherlands.
Oh, a second one. What happened? What was the incident?
The ball came across. Bit of a miscommunication between the defenders. Netherlands get the ball through. Go to take a shot. The ball's passed the side. Unai Simon absolutely clears out Xavi Simons, and then they have another shot saved on the line by the goalkeeper, and the referee instantly points to the spot and books Unai Simon, and it's going to be a penalty to the Netherlands. He absolutely clears out Xavi Simons, though.
Who's taking the penalty? Do we know?
No, they've not stepped up yet, but Noah Lang had the shot and it was just blocked off the line. But yeah, it was a clear penalty.
A couple of subs here. Progranic has came on for Croatia, replacing Guardiol, and Michael Olise has been brought off for France, and he's been replaced by Camavinga.
And here we go, penalty.
Second half kicks off.
Xavi Simons is stepping up. Taking this time with it, to be fair.
We're just waiting for the. Simon!
Oh, good goal, good penalty. Right in the corner, keeper goes the right way, but Xavi Simons has scored it, and it is 3 each, and it's 5 each on aggregate.
I'm the only one that's not going to penalties as it stands now.
Hey, Denmark will get a goal just because they've got the penalties, right?
I know, but what a two-headed game that is. 3 each on the right, 5 each in aggregate for them. That's incredible stuff.
I mean, it was a clear penalty. I mean, Unai Simon just cleared them out. 2 hands right across both his legs and cleared them out.
It's fair to say, Alex, it sounded like Spain were the team in the ascendancy to it, but it sounded like they were in control.
Oh, they definitely were. They were in very much control, but there was a quick break from Netherlands. and Spain just couldn't seem to defend. They were trying to clear the ball, but every time they cleared it, it just went straight back to a Netherlands player. And as I said, Xavi Simons went to take the shot, cleared out, and it falls straight back to Lang, who blocked off the line, and it's awarded a penalty. And a substitution here for Netherlands. Reinders comes off for Coop Miners.
Nice. We're back underway, by the way, in Lisbon, the Portugal game. Denmark, they have to just go for this year. They really do. They've got 15 minutes to keep themselves in the Nations League and avoid dropping into the World Cup qualifying group with Scotland. I mean, would that be better for us in Portugal? I don't really know. But
they're both tough games, in all honesty, aren't they? I will say, Aldo, I am watching this on YouTube and nowhere else.
Can you?
I will say that when you look at both of those games, the way Scotland play tonight, Denmark would be a tough.
That's a good clearance, that.
Regardless, Connor.
No. See, now this is where this is going to get annoying. Now it's the gamesmanship for Portugal. The defender's made a good clearance, and now he's down, rolling about like he's been huckled when nobody touched him. The player's there, I'm trying to stretch his legs, feigning a bit of cramp, I feel.
That's beautiful for Camavinga. And it's a lovely pass through to Mbappe, and Mbappe should score. That was phenomenal. Camavinga was going forward. Two Croatia players either side of him. Wee back heel, takes them both out the game, spins, lovely ball over the top for Mbappe, behind the last defender, right on through, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he hits it straight at the keeper. Should do better. That was brilliant for Camavinga.
I will just say, by the way, thanks very much to Alchemist for the £2 super chat. Yeah, a wonderful accident is the right word for it.
100%. And listen, your super chats, your memberships, we need it all to help keep the channel going. So thank you very much for the support. Alchemist, thank you very much for the support. Jaxie's Vlogs, who put in the super sticker earlier. As Tesco says, every little helps. So thank you very much.
Oh, there you go.
Right, yeah.
I will say the fact that
Patch is loving life as well.
I will say the fact
become a member, Patch, and get loads more for your bang for your buck.
Yeah, we do watch alongs for every Rangers game for the members exclusively, and you'll get some special watch alongs for other games, whether it be within the SPFL, the Premier League we've done as well, international. Delighted to do this sort of stuff. Get yourself signed up. We've also got a film review show and wrestling if you're into that. We've got everything for you. Plenty of stuff. Sorry, Alex, you were saying.
No, it doesn't matter. I mean, you go. Try to make a point, you both jump in. All right. Just sit here and say nothing, right? It's fine. Terrible.
Oh, Mbappe. Oh, it's great defending. Oh, it's brilliant defending again for Croatia. Mbappe picks up the ball. They're so quick on top of him. They get the foot in. The ball breaks into the box. Mbappe looks as if he's getting back on it again. It's a last-minute challenge from Croatia again. Really good defending. Mbappe having one of those games where he's not quite on it.
And I would say a massive thank you as well to Alchemist, who has gifted one membership as well for the rabble. So thank you very much for that as well, my friend. All appreciated, as Martin says.
I think he was hoping it would go to Patch, but it doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, it's random, but we appreciate it. Absolutely.
I will say that the fact that there's so many games on tonight, we were only going to do one game, but now we've ended up covering four games in one go. It just shows that the rabble is open to doing everything and anything, and it just shows that
absolutely
it's enjoyed as well, because there's so many people tuning into the fact that we've got these games on the go. But without you guys, we wouldn't be doing these streams. So we always appreciate you tuning in and your support as well. It's very much appreciated.
A ridiculous number of people watching on Twitter, by the way.
Yeah, I've seen it say that. I mean, listen, happy, fantastic, genuinely fantastic.
Netherlands are through here. Oh, unlucky.
No, this one feels like it's
isn't it?
Netherlands just trying to look back, but it was a bit of a
Zaire Emery has had to come on for Coney, who was brought on as a sub for France. He's been off injured. So Emery's came on, replacing the substitute Coney for France.
He's a player, but I'm surprised actually didn't get a start. Warren Zaïre-Emery plays so well for PSG. I'm really surprised he actually didn't get a start for France. But again, that's another team that's got so many central midfielders that, you know, somebody's going to have to sit out because they've got so much talent there that somebody's going to have to sit out.
It's not a bad something to bring on.
How do you think he takes his ice cream in a Coney?
Oh, no.
No, don't, man. No.
And how many times have you and me sat here, Alex, and said it?
There was no need for that, man. Absolutely no need. I knew it was coming as soon as Connor made that joke. You could see Martin's eyes light up and everything. Oh.
Alberts is watching the France game on Bebo.
Oh, Bebo, there's a flashback, eh?
This game just looks like it's going
to start MSN Messenger and all that as well.
Yes. They actually cut off Alex yet again. Alex, what were you saying?
Alex. Carry on.
What I said? I don't know. What I'm just just tune out with you two now, right?
Well, Portugal are in here. It's Diogo Jota again. Inside the box. What's it goes? What a save that is. Kasper Schmeichel. He's probably broke his fingers in the process because he's a agony, but it looks at Bruno Fernandes. I mean, Jota coming down the left-hand side on the break, outside of the boot, goes across the face, just inside the 18-yard box to Fernandes. The goal gaping, you're thinking he's going to score it. He boots it, leathers it. And somehow Schmeichel, running back across, just gets the big hand up and tips it over the bar. I mean, look, he's had a couple of wobbly moments tonight, Schmeichel, but that is a tremendous save to keep Denmark just about alive and kicking in this game.
Singing the blues, you would absolutely shite yourself anytime you got a text message.
I mean, you would, to be fair.
Is that still a thing?
Imagine as well. You imagine you accidentally forget to put your phone in silent and you're going to a funeral or something like that, and that's your text phone, and that's what comes up.
I just kicked it.
Would be a great alarm tone, wouldn't it? Would be a great alarm clock.
Oh, it would wake you up. It would wake the dead, so it would definitely wake you up.
Does this count as well as a bad joke? I mind chatting up the birds on Google Chess had to wait hours for a reply.
No, it doesn't. No,
I think it does.
No, it has to come from one of us three.
No, I think it does.
And how many times have you and me sat here, Alex, and said it?
What the?
That definitely counts. That definitely counts.
Always loving the fact of that as well is that you can clearly see that Aaron's on a wee bit of a delay. So when Alex reacts, he's just going, how many times we've been sat here and said it, Alex? And he's no idea what's going on as Alex reacts.
He's got absolutely no clue. He's just sitting there, not a clue. And I said that to him when I came off. He was like, "I need to stop with these delays." But I think something happened, and I think he crashed at one point, and he had to try to come back on, and that's when he just got back on.
You just tell people.
Gags that often exactly. You know, Connor's no one for making a joke. You know.
Cross into the box, Camavinga. No, it's headed away. It's good defending again by Croatia, and the ball ends up back at the Croatian goalkeeper.
I definitely think
Croatia playing for penalties now. You know.
It's
there. It's game over. It's game over here. Portugal have just made it 5-2 in the night, 5-3 on aggregate. It's Ramos with a goal in the end up. It's a tap in for him, I have to say. I want to see it back because I'm not quite sure how he's found himself free as a bird, 2 yards out for a goal for a tap in. But Denmark, after all their efforts, look finally a beaten team. Portugal look to be going through. I'll just talk to you guys in a second when they throw up the replay.
I think this game's destined for penalties. I think Netherlands are just sitting camped in. They're not really trying to win at all, in all honesty. They're just sitting here.
Jota involved again. He plays it across the face, and Ramos just runs in to tap it in.
Oh, not referee. That's surely a free
I
kick.
think he's just about onside as well, Ramos. But I've got to say, lads, Diogo Jota's made a real difference for them. The two changes that have changed this game for Portugal, Trincao and Jota, the energy they've brought into the team, Trincao's 2 goals, Jota has been a menace for that tiring Danish defence. And it was game-setting match.
Go for it,
On your
Alex.
man! Oh, what a save that is by the goalkeeper. What a save. That should have been 4-3 to the Netherlands. Simon gets down and makes a great save.
Mbappe! Oh, great save by the goalkeeper. It's great play by France. It's a 1-2 in the edge of the box, chipped into the box. Mbappe holding off the defender, gets onto the ball, strikes it really, really well, and it's a great save by the Croatian goalkeeper. Could have been game over. Good save, still 2-0.
There's only 30 seconds left or so in this game. There was only 1 minute added on, so it looks like we are definitely going to penalties.
Oh, I'm definitely not. So, it's my turn to be the odd one out.
This doesn't usually happen, but my YouTube's froze.
That's because you've got crap internet. That's why.
Listen, it's lasted this long, to be fair. Just be glad it happened.
Penalties confirmed. There we go.
Well, we've still got 2.5 minutes here in the France game.
It's quite funny that it's the referee that was famous for the penalty to Rangers meme. Do you remember that in Europa League? That's the referee in this game.
Oh, Portugal could be through again here with Ramos. It's gone wide, but he's free at the moment. Cuts inside. Good defender in the end just to cut it out. And now Denmark try and break away. I mean, they've 2 hopes in this game. Bob hope and they hope. It is done.
Well, Mbappe's brought down running through as Michael Oliver gave it. No, he's waved it away. It looked as though Mbappe was fouled.
Bit surprised if took off Nico Williams. I would have been surprised. Surely he would have been one taking a penalty, but he's been took off.
Denmark have, since Portugal scored their 4th early in the first half extra time, Denmark have really dropped. They've just gone. They've probed it once or twice, a couple of corners, but they've never really looked like they were going to scoring it back into this game.
Bert Kreischer. Wish I had his money. I'm funnier than him, because most people are. But I wish I had his money.
And I can tell you, by the way, I'm only just here, but there are Ole's coming for the stand.
Mbappe again. And he's still got the ball. It's into the box. It's cleared. It was a nice ball through by Camavinga. Mbappe takes the ball. Was a little bit too wide on the left-hand side. And I bet he's just too wide to get the ball into the net and then cuts it back again. But it's cleared, but it's back into the box. And it's good defending again by Croatia. And it's good up to the halfway line. Every single Croatian player in their own half, every single France player in the Croatia half trying to get this goal with 20 seconds left on the clock. France do not want this to go to penalties. It doesn't deserve to go to penalties. France have been the better team. But it's looking as if as Croatia pick up the ball now and try to get as far up the park as they can with it. It's looking as though this game's going to penalties.
Were you trying to swim or fly there, Connor? What was the arms?
Oh, it was Denmark. They got themselves into a wonderful position. Ball came over the top, and the attacker, he's went to Vieira. He's went to smack it as it came. He's took it down in the chest, and he thought, "I'm going to volley this," and then it's just an absolute fresh air kick is what's ended up happening. But then it was recycled back across. And the other attacker got a boot to it, and it looked up over the keeper. And
penalties, France and Croatia penalties.
It looked like it might go in, but it ended up floating over. We're just getting into the 120th minute here. This game is done. There'll be no penalties here. So what I'll do is I'll switch over and watch the France-Croatia penalty shootout alongside Martin.
That has been Connor's job, not Martin's. So
my bad.
I'll take the slack off you there, Martin. Right? No, you're.
I thought I'd changed that. You know that, but I clearly didn't.
Can't keep up with it. But Virgil van Dijk up first.
When did it, didn't he? Right, there we go. We're up to date now. All right. Well, Portugal could be in for a 6 here. Jota again, and he's just absolutely wiped out in the edge of the box. Portugal are going to have a free kick. Only a minute added on, so this will be the last kick of the ball in this game.
Great penalty there from Virgil van Dijk. So it's 1-0 Netherlands after a good finish right in the corner. Actually hit off the corner of the bar and then into the back of the net. So it was a great penalty. Oh, actually, I thought it hit off the bar. Simon actually put it in his own net. He's actually saved it into the net.
And Vestager gets booked. It doesn't really matter.
Who's stepping up here? Is this Alex Baena for Spain? Oh, the Netherlands goalkeeper's getting a talking to. Or is that Mikel Merino getting a talking to because he's trying to put off the player? And as you know, you can't do that anymore.
No, you can't do that these days.
Great penalty for Spain, right in the middle. Great penalty. No, it wasn't David Simon. No, it was Unai Simon.
Those penalties still haven't started here yet for France and Croatia. We're quite a bit behind.
I will say.
I'm still just waiting for this free kick to be taken.
I
What's
will
the current
say,
score penalties for you, Alex?
one each. I will say she hasn't changed her name on YouTube, but my wife tried to get involved and putting Timmy Tears in the chat. She can piss after bed. Piss after bed. It's currently one each, and we've got Netherlands stepping up. Coop Miners. Oh, and it's right in the corner. That is a great penalty.
Why is this free kick taking so long to hit? The game's done anyway, lads. Just take the free kick. Bruno Fernandes slides it across the face. There's the strike, blocked. And that will be that. The whistle goes. It finishes. Portugal 5, Denmark 2, and Portugal are through to the semi-finals with a 5-3 aggregate scoreline. I mean, fair play. The Trincao and Jota showing extra time there, I've got to say. Denmark probably will feel disappointed because
Ferran Torres stepping up here for Spain.
Do them justice, but game over and Portugal win. Denmark will drop into Scotland's World Cup qualifying.
Oh, right in the corner as well. Donald's asking, why in the big chair corner?
Because it's a watch-along. I've always in big chairs for a watch-along because it's more comfortable. And I've been on here for the last 2.5 hours, so, you know, you try sitting in that dinky wee office chair for 2.5 hours.
I'm sitting in a dinky wee office chair.
Oh, you would know, why? You would know. You got a lovely big reclining chair out in the corner of your room that you never use.
Aye, but Connor, you forget the 2 hours before that as well for the Scotland game.
Exactly, aye. So I've been sat here for the last 4 hours, really.
Ticking on 5.
I am now alongside Martin watching the France-Croatia penalty shootout, which hasn't started yet. So
Is Xavi Simon stepping up for Netherlands? Here he goes. Oh, that's a great penalty, by the way. The keeper tries to bait him, and the keeper doesn't move, and he just tucks it into the corner. That's a great penalty. Just Simon was looking like he was going to move, didn't, and he puts it into the side netting. Great pen, and we are at 2 each.
Still not started.
3-2, sorry. 3-2 Netherlands.
What is the hold up here? I mean, there was genuinely about 3 minutes left in my game when this game finished to go to penalties. And
well, just about to start now, Croatia taking the first penalty. So
penalty here for Spain. Oh, and again, it's in the corner. Got to say, I know they're in the corner, but this is some poor goalkeeping. Some very, very poor goalkeeping. I mean, the goalkeepers have guessed the right way for most of the penalties and still not got a hand to any of them. But I think the saving grace is they've all been in the corner.
Got to say, Connor, do you know who that is stepping up to take the penalty for Croatia? It won't show me the number anyway.
I know, I can't see the number either. Oh, it's saved though. It's saved.
No, exactly, Donald. They can't all be Butland's quality. Oh, and it's off the bar. Oh, Noah Lang has smashed it off the bar. Advantage Spain. That is a very poor penalty.
It was a Baccarina.
Saved by
Spain
man.
scored this one,
I
they've won it.
can't pronounce his name. So that's so Holland have finished. Have finished.
Holland, aye.
Missed.
Who
Netherlands
missed
have
for the Netherlands? Who was it missed?
Oh no, I just Noah Lang.
Mbappe
Mbappe
steps up to take the penalty. Saved. Oh no, it's in.
Lamine Yamal stepping up.
Oh, that's, I tell you what, Martin, how lucky was that?
I tell
Not
you, the
convinced.
goalkeeper's going to save that.
Lamine Yamal. Here we
Poor
go.
penalty. Goalkeeper gets a hand to it. He should be saving that. Didier Deschamps.
Oh, and it's saved again. Lamine Yamal's penalty is saved, and we're back to all square. That was a piss poor penalty, by the way. Really bad. Straight at the goalkeeper, not even in the corner or anything. No height. Just tried to hit it low, 10 away jump, and just absolutely fluffed his penalty. Goalkeeper had to do nothing for it, and we are back to level pegging here.
Next up for Croatia is Morrow.
Well, he feels sorrow after this penalty.
No, when I did the penalty shout, don't you bloody dare. And it's Taylor stepping up for Netherlands.
I mean, Croatia are in trouble if tomorrow never comes.
Oh,
Shut up, man! Oh, great penalty for Netherlands. Great penalty.
Here comes Morrow. It's a
good
good
penalty.
penalty.
Very good
Taylor
penalty.
with a great penalty. Now, Spain have to score this to take it to sudden death.
Sniper's not even hanging about. He just said, that's a bad joke. We were all been red carded by JD.
What am I getting red carded for? What did I do? I didn't even do none. I didn't even say a word. That's terrible. Well, Sniper, you're red carded too. There you go.
Did Spain score the penalty?
They're just stepping up to take it now. They have to score this to take it to sudden death, though.
Oh, he's done it.
What a goal. What a goal. No,
Oh, my goodness.
I was telling him, away you go. I'm not flying many
Sure,
goals
many.
there. Flying out with a penalty, and it is 4 each. Now we go to sudden death.
Well,
That's a carbon copy of the Mbappe one, that, by the way.
That was better hit, Connor. It's 2-1 to France with 2 penalties taken each.
Daniel Malin stepping up for Netherlands.
I wonder if anyone's ever done this before where they're commentating on 2 different penalty shootouts at the same time.
And
This is Ivanovic stepping up. You've got to think, didn't you, Martin, that this is where Croatia, and I get why they've done it because he's age, but you want Luka Modric to take a penalty, and they obviously had to take him off, so that's a blow for them.
Yeah.
Malin stepping up. Oh, and it's saved again. Unai Simon has saved it again. Daniel Malin with a pretty poor penalty. And Spain are going to step up to win it.
Oh, dear.
Oh, that's horrendous. Right over the bar.
He should play for Fenerbahce with penalties like that.
Right over the bar.
Oh, he smashed it over the bar.
Absolutely.
And now all we need is the Spain. Who's taking this for Spain? Is that Pedri? Can't even tell who it is. What do we get?
Fabian Barthez in the crowd there for France with his goalie gloves on and his sunglasses.
It is. It's Pedri.
Mental goalkeeper, him, by the way.
Pedri's stepping up. Oh, and Pedri wins it for Spain.
Oh, there we go.
I know, I'm amazed as well. I didn't know that Rogic was Croatian.
There we go. Spain beat the Netherlands. What was the score on penalties?
5-4.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, that's a horrible miss.
5-4.
That's another dreadful one.
5-4 in the end to Spain on penalties.
Couldn't he?
He must have been, because when Martin was looking at the lineup, he surely was in that lineup, was he no? Barthez, in the squad.
He couldn't do better with that one.
Oh, come on.
So I'll just up as Croatia step up. They need to score. They still need to score. Spain win 5-4 on penalties. Croatia need to score and hope that France can miss again. let's hope France don't surrender their lead.
Oh, what a penalty that is.
That's how you do it. Laces right through the ball, man.
Brilliant. Pogranic, I think is how you pronounce his name.
Mm-hmm.
He came on for
I'd
Fabio.
just hit the roof of the net with it, though, innit?
The problem Croatia have got though is they still need France to win. Miss another one, and they need to score
That's
the
one of
next
the
one
last
again.
2 penalties, yeah.
Yeah.
Colomboani of Juventus stepping up.
Oh, 100% KW. That's the one with the amount of power in that. Even if the keeper gets his body behind that, he's just gone into the net as well. Let's look at this. He's just blasted that. As Martin said, that's how you take a penalty. Just get a run up and put the laces through it and pick your spot.
And as Aldo says, it was Czerny and Lawrence-esque.
Yeah, pretty much.
Livakovic here.
Up his steps.
Colomboani.
He's
Great penalty.
Right in the middle.
And Donald, it is Livakovic in goal. Yep. Just such a composed penalty, that, though, isn't it?
It's always one of the ones, but if you do that and the keeper doesn't move, you look stupid.
Aye.
And by the way, just on that one, somebody mentioned the Holmes one. I tell you, when you see the Lawrence one back, the keeper's foot isn't that far away if you get a touch on that. If he holds his dive a split second more, he probably gets a toe. Whether he'd have kept it out, I don't know, but he's certainly never got a toe yet.
Does that boy want to get that flag out the way? Like right in the way of the camera? Like get out the road. Can't he see?
Croatia stepping up. They have to score.
They certainly do.
Jakic who steps up for Croatia. Jakic has to score or France win. And they will win 3-2 in penalties.
What was that voice you put on there, Martin?
That's his commentating voice.
Yeah.
This broadcast was brought to you by Wanaka.
Good penalty there. Good right down the middle penalty.
Just sent my nan complete wrong way there.
He sent your nan the wrong way? That's a shame.
That's his name in it. Mike my nan. Shut your hole.
He sent my nan to the shops for a pint of milk and she never came home.
Shut up.
And it's Theo Hernandez who's taking the final of the 5 penalties. If he scores, France win. If he misses, then it's sudden death.
If you're France, though, you've got to be a bit disappointed that you've had to go all the way to penalties with the amount you've dominated this game.
If France deserve to win.
Aye, that's what I mean. Like, they shouldn't have had to go to penalties, though, to get the result.
No.
Theo Hernandez, the man with the chance to win it. Oh, dear me, he's missed
it. Wow.
Theo
Hernandez watched too many Fenerbahce highlights for that one. Jesus Christ.
Oh, man.
Bottled that one. Wow.
Do you want to know what's really frustrating about that? I had this graphic ready to go. Oh, ridiculous.
Just think about it. If he'd have scored that, the singing in the stands would have been Theo, Theo. But instead, he's pumped it on the bar. God damn.
And how many times have you and me sat here, Alex, and said it?
What was the need? Well, there wasn't even anything said that time. What was the need?
That was just for the backup ones that we had said.
It's Caleta Carr steps up now for Croatia, the centre back.
Centre back for Marseille, I believe it is.
Aye, you don't usually want centre backs taking penalties if you can avoid it, but
you've got to that stage though. That it's getting down to the fact that they're going to have to, aren't they?
Aye. Oh, it's a good penalty. Put it in the corner. How has this happened, Martin? How is it all of a sudden now France need to score to win, having had 2 opportunities to win this?
Because what happened was France missed a couple of penalties.
I know, but I'm amazed. What I'm saying is I can't quite understand how they've managed to do that because they're 2 terrible penalties as well. They're both.
Yeah.
The last
now I need to make up the other graphic. This is ridiculous.
I mean, imagine having to do your job at 10:30 at night. Jesus Christ.
See, I know.
And Douay, the man that steps up for France. Douay or don't he? That is the question.
See you soon as
Alex
this is
is
done, mate. I'm
based,
pressing
man.
that leave video button. I'm not hanging about for you too, man. I'm gone.
He steps up. Oh, slots at home, lovely.
Oh, no.
Lovely penalty. I need a fucking drink. I'm not drinking this whole podcast.
So now it's 4-4 on penalties, and it's still sudden death, and we will get to bed at some point.
Well, we'll get to bed. Martin will get to his couch.
Stanisic steps up.
Is that the boy who plays for Bayer Leverkusen?
I've got no idea.
Oh, it's saved!
Oh,
Good
great
save.
save from my man. Great save.
It's saved. Now,
That's a
if
great,
France
that's a
score
great
their
save,
throw.
that, to be fair.
By the way, that Dewey that just scored the penalty, 19 years old, yes, young.
Aye.
Is it Desire or Desire, however you pronounce it, Dewey?
Connor chugging a 5-litre bottle.
Red Cola. Hurry's red cola like that, the best stuff.
And by the way, if France score this, that means that both penalty shootouts tonight will end on the same score.
Yeah.
Diot.
Do you know who would they play in the semi-final? Do we know? Because that'd be cracking, surely. Because it's got to be Portugal or Spain, probably, or Germany. I mean, Christ, what a lineup!
Free from Desiree.
Diot. Upamecano.
Oh
my God,
that's
beautiful. That is
beautiful.
I don't know about you, but I thought you got that over again in it.
I thought he skied that. I was like, oh,
That was
no.
like, surely no, but well.
And there you go. There you have it. That was your UEFA Nations League full match watch along. It was all Alex's fault, has to be said. If he hadn't
No,
made
it was actually Connor's fault, in all honesty. We were going to watch one game, Connor jumps in, and we end up watching 4. So blame Connor.
Well, I was just being the Portugal correspondent, but this has worked out better, I feel. Because let's be honest, the first half of that Belgium-Ukraine game had nothing to talk about. You know, we needed to up the entertainment value.
We did. We absolutely did.
If we're on any longer, we get the afternoon rabble.
Yes, afternoon rabble. I know. So I'm going to need to try and get to my bed so that I can try and win next week, because I'm currently getting absolutely pumped. Cammy, massive thank you very much, my friend. I love your picture as well. Thank you for the super chat. Every little helps, like I said earlier on. So please make sure, folks, that you like, subscribe, you check out our sponsors. Links for that's in the description. Check out the Rabble shop as well. The link for that is in the description. You spend over $49.99 and you get entered into the draw for a PlayStation 5 if you send proof of your receipt and your details, and you email them along to rabbleisland@gmail.com. You get entered in the draw for a PS5. If you want to help and you're not already, then become a member. The links again are in the description. You can either do YouTube or Patreon, just depending on whatever your preference is. So thank you all for that. Cammy back in again, another one. Thank you very much, Cammy. If Connor would stop pressing buttons. Cammy, thank you very much, my friend. Thank you for the support. Thank you to everybody who has tuned in tonight. Massive thank you, by the way, to Connor and Alex for doing a 4.5 hour shift, 5 hour shift today. So thank you very much, guys. Members, we'll see you at 12:30 for the afternoon rabble. Everybody else, we'll see you at 6:30 tomorrow night for the women's show, and then 7:30 for the Monday night rabble. So thank you, everybody, and we shall all speak, as I always say, very, very soon.